Everyone believes what they believe. Honestly, I think there are good things that we've gotten this from this administration, and there's nothing is perfect. I mean, and some of the things that I find terrible, I can't really argue with or disagree with because the American people voted for it. So there's nothing
Well,
that can be done about it.
I think there's and maybe this is just myself, but I think there was a perspective at voting because a lot of what happens at voting is like, how is this personally going to affect me, and from an economical perspective, right? Like, okay, well, this guy says he's going to lower groceries, and this guy says he's going to lower this and lower that and make everything more economical, and I'm going to make more money, and then I'm going to get better taxes, and I'm going to get it. So there's that mindset, which, if I'm being honest, Trump did a great job of doing the exact same thing that Barack Obama did. Right? You find a group of people that didn't normally vote, you target them, and then have them vote. Outside of the people that consistently vote, Trump did the exact same thing. He took the exact same voting profile and he did it both times. Very smart. Very smart. It's a great way to get elected. However, that doesn't necessarily translate once you're in office to what the result is. Now, the result in this particular circumstance has been not very globally acceptable.
Right.
And
People don't like us now
Well,
all
can you?
across the world
no,
because of it. Obviously, places like France say they Americans, like whatever. But like we've become the
I-
redheaded stepchild of all the nations in the world because of the
it's less
buffoonery.
about like it's less about people in those nations and more about those nations from that political level, right? So if those nations are beginning to turn towards people that weren't, or countries that weren't our allies, to get goods or be associated with out with us, we're becoming an island. And that's not how you maintain being what America has considered itself, which is a global power. That is an offset of what's happening in this administration. And that's not a fucking good thing. Now, yes, there are economic things that are working to the benefit of individuals, but how does that translate in years to come? Because we're only fucking 18 months in.
Mark Carmichael
And
says we
how
don't need to
how much
be.
worse can that get?
Mark Carmichael
Being put on
says
an
we
island.
we need to be respected, not feared, and I agree. I think there should be like some aspect of fear, but it should be respected in a way of like this is the way we conduct ourselves. We do good business. You know, I for me like
Well,
I've
to
owned
what you're
multiple
saying,
businesses, right? And I always conduct myself in win-win business, right? So I win and so does the customer. And I think that that's how we should be conducting ourselves as a nation. At the same time, we have been getting raked over the coals as a nation for a long time. So I get the idea of, screw everybody else. It's time for us to get our fair share or whatever. And I understand that. But at the same time, I think there's a way to do it without becoming the redheaded stepchild in the room. A
I,
little bit more
I think there,
presidential.
I think to what you're saying, there's a great balance of respect and fear. But we were respected as a company of trade, respected as a company of authority, but we gained and garnered that respect because of our authority in the fact that we are a superpower of military presence.
We don't even
These
really
countries,
trade. Like, we
these
don't produce much of anything. Everything that we
these
get is
countries,
imported. Like, we don't export much. And
but
on top of
but
that,
when these countries start turning around and saying, "Get your fucking military out of my country because I don't want anything to do with you anymore," that's going to become a huge fucking problem. Now we're an island.
yeah. And I
That's a
mean,
big problem.
part of that comes from the nationalism that Trump, you know, stuck on. And I don't think that nationalism is a bad thing. I think we should be more concerned with our nation than others. But at the same time, like,
But we're not doing that. We're
yeah,
not
we're
doing
not.
that. We are providing money to the Ukraine. Not to say that we can't support them, but we're providing money to Ukraine. We're providing money to Israel that is fucking useless.
And that's the issue
We
is
are
Trump is trying to look a certain way, not be a certain way. He wants to look like he's a nationalist by implementing tariffs and doing all these different things and deportations and whatnot, right? All these things come across as nationalism, but if he was really a nationalist, we'd stop sending money to Ukraine, stop sending money to Israel. We'd start focusing on building up our nation, implementing policy that is going to help our country. And really,
yeah.
the only thing that
America
we've
first.
seen is crypto legislation. That's the only
What
thing
is
we
this?
see.
America first, right? America first. Yeah, we don't focus on America. We send money everywhere else, and we don't do anything to betterment the people of the United States while focusing on trying to get to war.
Yeah,
It doesn't
Because
make
I think
sense,
the
but can
issue
we
is
let
look
Jesse
like.
speak
Oh
for a
yeah,
second,
go ahead.
please?
yes, yeah, oh yeah, please, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I hate being interrupted. I would not do that to anybody else. I get what all of you are saying, and the problem is no matter how this goes, we should have been putting America first. And if we're sending money out, we don't care about the people here. I see veterans that can't even get an appointment with the VA. I see kids that are going hungry. And so it's not about America first, but people also need to understand this isn't just Trump. Okay. This has been generations of presidents who have put us into war with money we didn't
Completely
have
agree.
that could have been put into the people. And instead, we never make the right choice. Israel is a waste of money. Ukraine, not our problem. Iran, still not our problem. That became our problem because of Israel. And we're funding all these other wars when there's so many people here that need help. And so I don't care what side of the fence you're on, whether you hate the administration or not. These is concurrent problems. These aren't new problems. The
Totally
problem is,
agree.
yeah, we're now in the age of social media and we see everything. It wasn't like 10 years ago when we didn't know what was happening in other countries. We had no idea. We didn't see videos, but now we do. And people are more intimately involved in everything that's happening. But when it comes down to it,
Sadly, you only see the videos they allow
we
you to see.
only see the videos that they want us to see. And that's a huge, it's all, and it's not just our country that is controlling it. It is every country controlling their narrative on what they want you to see. And until people can grasp their head around that, yeah, we did bomb Nigeria as well. We've either started wars or helping fund wars. And people think, well, we're not in that war, we're just funding it. No, it becomes our war when we start funding it. We're a part of it. And until all of this calms down, and he's already got other targets, Colombia, Cuba, Greenland. And
Mexico.
so we need to just, Mexico, we need to accept that this is what's going to happen and how we're going to deal with it. We're already in World War III, but
No, we
now,
don't need to. We don't need to accept it. Actually, we as a country can have a say in that, and
Well, we need to
that's where it's
realize that
becoming
we're
a
there.
problem.
I think it's not
exactly.
about
But my thing is,
acceptance. I think it's about realizing where we're at in the
yeah,
world. It's not about
realizing that if
accepting.
we don't take a different direction, this is it. This will be our life. And I don't think anybody wants that for the sake of the future, our children, any of that. And that's the problem, is that most people are so complacent and it's now like, oh, this is just what it is. And when I say like, no, people aren't realizing what's going on around them. And I hope someday for both sides that we do, because right now where we are in this country is so sad, and just people are dying, people are angry, and they don't even know what they're angry about. They're just angry because some news outlet told them to be. Okay, I'm done.
Well, I think that the people have been so beaten down for so many years about the fact that they through elections can't make a change, that they individually think, well, what the fuck can I do about it? So I guess it just can continue on.
I want to
But
push back on
that's
that real
that's
quick.
that's
Hold on.
that's an adverse mentology to what happened in the
Hold,
60s and 70s,
hold
where
on, Fan
people
Jam.
sat and said, you
I
know
want
what,
to
fuck
Fan
it,
Jam.
let's
Fan
rise
Jam.
up.
Fan Jam. I want to push back on you a little bit. You said
We
that.
had
All right.
Hold on. You said that people don't think that voting works, and they feel like they don't have a voice, and that's why they're doing things. I would push back on that and say that there is. Oh, let me turn up my mic a little bit. So what I would say is that I think it's quite the opposite, and maybe people have been inundated to the idea that their voice can't be heard and that voting doesn't work. But I would say that Donald Trump being in office right now is proof that voting works, because they tried everything to keep him out of office. Okay? They tried to throw him in prison. They tried to bring him up on multiple charges. They tried to, come up with anything that they could to keep Donald Trump from getting elected, and he still got elected. So if that's not proof that voting works, I don't know what is.
So just to add to what you're saying, down in the chat, crypto, what is it, crypto market? Yes, you are correct. The electoral vote is probably a pretty shitty thing as it relates to what's going on. However, the current leader won the electoral and popular vote. So to what Oz is saying, that was a full vote there. You know, when Trump beat what was
Right.
it, Hillary or
They
whatever,
didn't need
like
an
that was
electoral vote.
that was an electoral versus popular vote discrepancy. This was an electoral and popular win
Yeah,
on
he
both
won
sides.
both.
Now the reason that is because he used Obama's strategy of finding people that didn't typically vote and had them come out to vote. Now, that doesn't necessarily represent everyone, but it does represent people that normally did not care to vote, didn't give a fuck, just whatever happened, happened. And those two strategies have been the polarization of the last fucking, what, let's say 16 years of voting. That's a different strategy.
All right, so I want to take this moment to say smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Ozthecryptogoat, all lowercases, no spaces. We've got Mr. Josh TV in the chat. What's up, Mr. Josh? How you doing?
What's up? I only had to join because I kind of agree with both like Fan Jam and Run Up. Mostly like the thing is for me is like sending money to all these other countries, specifically a certain country, is like so unnecessary.
And
Like
if
it
you're in the
doesn't matter,
Discord, you know who he's talking about.
right? It's just like we're it doesn't like obviously Trump has done some good things for the economy. We can somewhat all agree on that. But the problem is especially with what Revolution said, we still have veterans on the streets. How is that even a thing right now? If we're doing so good economically, maybe that money that we're sending to these other countries should be used for our veterans first and to fix our problems before sending it away.
Well, I mean, why do we have an entire group of people that aren't even sanctioned under actual law running around picking up people and putting them in what equates to concentration camps to rip them out of society and not even deport them, just put them in fucking prison
And they're
for
doing it to
nothing
U.S. citizens now. They're doing it
across the
to
board.
everyone. And this is a slippery slope, ladies and gentlemen. One day it starts out as we're just, rounding up the immigrants. Next thing they're checking social media and rounding up the people that they don't care for what they say. Next thing you know, there's Amazon trucks that pull up to your house to deliver a package, come in and black bag your entire family and disappear you.
Now here's an alternative to that, which I've lived in 6 different countries. Okay, here's an alternative to that. Sure, if you want to remove illegal people from the country, great.
Oh my
You have
God, we got restricted.
oh, I'm sure.
Revolution
You
starts now, does not comply with our community guidelines. The restriction will be removed once they are disconnected. Revolution, I got to rug you for a few minutes and then I'll bring you back. That is
so
ridiculous.
I agree. But
She
here's
did absolutely
alternative
nothing.
options. Here's alternative options that happen in other countries, right? So if there was a person there that was not supposed to be there, they could be offered a work visa, not a citizenship, not a green card, not anything else. You're offered a work visa. Now you can stay here and continue working in your job if you have a job. If you don't have a job, I'm sorry, we need to displace you to another place, back to your place of origin. If you are a felon or somebody else like that, we need to displace you and you're not allowed back in. But anybody that's working here or is here illegally, give the option for a work visa. Now
Or
I've
not even that,
dealt
a
with that
path to become a
in
citizen.
six different countries where they give you the
that
option.
is the system that we have.
No,
That
that
is the
is not.
current system.
No,
It's just people
no.
choose. It's people who choose to come here illegally.
Run up. There are
That's the difference.
Run up.
You're
There are
missing.
people.
You're missing my
hold
point.
on. Everyone, quiet for a second. Run up.
Like I choose.
Hold on. Run up. There are people that are going into immigration court to get their citizenship, right? That are here illegally, but they're going through the channels, okay, to make it done right, okay, and trying to abide by the law now. And they came here for whatever reason, okay? They're here now, but they're trying to do it the right way. And I get it because it's a long, lengthy process, and some people just can't live where they're at, and they got here. Either way, they're here. They built lives and families, okay? And they're going through the legal process.
Illegally.
They go into court in order to start moving towards getting their citizenship, and they're arrested either before they can go into court or after. So how is that helping people to become citizens? The floor is yours.
So we don't want people that come here illegally to become citizens. That is not
Why?
part of Trump's agenda.
Why not? This country
Why?
was founded on people immigrating.
We're here illegally.
This is the melting pot.
Yeah, but this is a new day and age.
No,
the
you're
thing is,
you're here illegally.
our
I'm here illegally.
adversaries.
I think
The only
Our
that
adversaries
the only
have been
motherfuckers
sending-
that are here illegal or that are here legally are the indigenous Americans, and on top of that, the Hispanics. Period.
yeah, the only person in the chat that belongs here is Revolution because she's Native American.
I mean, we live in a new day and age. I don't really buy into that argument, and I don't really operate on this dystopian narrative.
But
Like we're
run
doing
up,
what's in the best
run up.
interest of America.
It's a
Run up.
dystopian narrative. Hold on. It's a dystopian
No.
narrative to push the idea that we don't want people to assimilate into our society. That's dystopian.
I'll give you. I'll
It's
give you.
hold on,
I
I'm still
will give
talking.
you-
Hey,
No,
I will rug you, bro.
we do want
All right, listen.
like
No,
we want people
I'll
to
give
come
you
here
an ex-
legally.
I'll give you an exact example.
All right, I had to mute him for a second. All right. It is dystopian for us to not allow a country that is founded upon immigration to no longer allow immigrants. The idea of this country was
No,
founded
we
upon
do.
the American dream. Okay. And to rip that away from
Mhm.
anyone, and I will tell you this right now, immigration attributes to like less than a fraction of a percent of inflation and issues that we have with our economy. It's minuscule.
Yeah, so we do want. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I'll give you the floor. But what I would say
No, I just
is we want people to have a clear path to citizenship. But with citizenship should come
mhm. And
assimilation
we
as well. And that's the
yeah,
idea I think
and
we've
that's exactly
lost.
what we have.
Not when we're taking people that are trying to come go through the proper channels,
Yeah,
people that are trying to
no, they're not.
assimilate.
They came here illegally.
Right. And I understand that there are people that came here illegally, but here's the issue: is we had people come here illegally, right? Because Biden opened up the borders and said it's a free pass. Well, now they're here. They've assimilated into society, okay? And what they want to do is they want to be here legally. Why should we take that away from them if they're willing to assimilate and go down the proper channels to do it legally? Why would we rip them away from that?
That is not what we're trying to do. So we were struggling with criminal illegal immigrants for a very long time that was smuggling drugs, in particular fentanyl, that was killing our citizens. And they were also coming here to commit crimes.
Actually,
So there
I
are
agree.
some good
Get
people
rid of
that
the
came here
murderers.
illegally.
Get rid of the
Yeah,
criminals. Get rid of the
so but
smugglers. But a person that is
yeah, and that's what we're
here,
trying to do is just some good people
No,
but they're
get
not
caught
doing that
what's
up in
anymore.
the
happening.
process.
It started out as that run up, and it's migrated into something completely different that is
Concentration camps
right. Well, not even
where
that.
they're separating people.
Put the murderers and the drug dealers in a
These are gang
concentration camp.
members.
I don't care about
No,
that.
These
they're
are
not.
these are cartels.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You're
I'm
you're
talking
telling me
about
you're telling me
simple.
women and
So
children
there's
that are separated and put in concentration camps are fucking gang members?
I'm talking
Get the
about
fuck out of here.
people. I'm talking about people that are regular people. They're law abiding citizens. They've been here for a little while. They're going through the court system. They are getting arrested by ICE and deported. Okay? We're talking about the regular people. You want to take the criminals and put them in a concentration camp? I'm for it, bro. I'm talking about the regular everyday people that it started out as, yeah, we're just going to get the criminals. Now it's everyone. Now it's even American citizens that they're going after. That's the problem, is it's a slippery slope, okay? And once you start sliding down that slope, you can't stop. And that's where we're headed. It's only getting worse. And the problem
Yep.
is everyone is focused on this idea of we need to get rid of all of them, blah, 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 blah. No, we need to get rid of the troublemakers, the bad people, the terrorist cells, all these different things. They need to go. But people that are law
Yeah,
abiding
and that's what we're
citizens here
doing.
and that are trying to do the right thing should be allowed to stay.
And
Yeah,
that
so
and
we're
that's
casting a wide net. So there are some good people that get caught up in the process,
some good people.
but largely they're focused on the criminals.
No, they're not.
They're
Dude,
focused
you're
on the
you're
brown
you're
people, man. There are plenty of other
no, they're
races
not
and
focused on brown
individuals
people.
that
They're
they could
focused
be
on white
after.
people, brown people, Mexican people, like any kind of people they can fucking find because they're IDF.
And you know what? Now it's
They're
even got
not
to a point
IDF.
where, they
Mm.
don't care who you are or what you do. That if you get in their way or look at them funny or disagree with them, they'll take your life. That's a slippery slope. Now we're talking about the Gestapo. Do you really want to live in a
Yeah, I mean, we're
world?
talking about one incident that was sensationalized, and I don't agree with it neither.
Yeah, I don't think here's my thing. If you want somebody to leave the United States because they're here illegally, you have two
And that's what's
options.
happening. So so most
hold on,
deportations are
hold on. You have two options. Number one, if they are a felon or somebody that is breaking like bad laws, fine. Get them the fuck out of here and send them back to their country.
Yeah, beat them
Send
for all I
them back.
care. I don't care.
Send them back to their country. Now, if you have somebody that has been here illegally for I don't care how many years, whether it's 1 year or 20 years, but they're working a job, say to them, look, I want to give you an option for a work visa because you're here working, you're contributing. And believe me, I've hired many people that were here working illegally. Yes, they had false social security numbers or whatever else like that. But you know what? They were working hard. They were just trying to provide for their family. And I would be happy to stand in court and say I would support this person getting a fucking work visa. And as long as they're employed, they can stay here. If they lose their employment, give them 30 days to find a new job. If they don't find a new job in 30 days, sorry guy, you got to go home.
I love that.
But
I actually
you
think
don't
that's a great
have
idea.
you don't have to put
I
them
mean, we
in a
have proper
you
channels
don't
where you could get a work visa.
bullshit. Every motherfucking country in the world, except for the United States, does this.
Run up.
This is
There are
not new.
people that are going to
Does
court
what?
to get their
Does
work
what? What are you
visa
talking about?
that are getting arrested by
Dude.
ICE before they can even have their day in court. That's the problem.
And they're putting in concentration camps. These are concentration camps. I don't give a fuck how you want to look at it. These people disappear. They get put in the system. Nobody can talk to them, and they get fucking gone.
Yeah, and
Nobody knows where the fuck they go.
ever since
Nobody knows
they
what the fuck
opened up
happens with them.
the concentration camps, there have been bodies that are in shackles that have been washing up in the coast. Where is it? In like Africa or somewhere?
That's ridiculous.
And so
Dude, these
That's
people should not. These people should never.
That is a
I
fact.
work at.
we don't know
Dude,
where these
and
people are coming
I'll give you an
from.
example. Run up. I'll give you an example. I go down and I work at SpaceX in Brownsville, Texas. Outside of Brownsville, Texas, you can see nothing along the border except huge, giant what look like big storage container areas of people just fucking being stored in there because they can't send them home because their country doesn't want them back. We can't fucking get rid of them. So now they're sitting in a fucking jail somewhere that they have nothing to do with anything. And it's like, dude, these are hardworking people for the most part. Out with and I agree with you. If you are a fucking felon or you have been or you're associated with some sort of gang or whatever, yeah, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. But if you are out working and you're building houses or working in construction or laying the
Farming,
roads that we
whatever,
all
you
drive
know?
on or farming or doing whatever, and you have a job that you're currently working on, and yeah, you may be here illegal because guess what? That supports a shit ton of our economy.
And the
Give
farmers
them a
are
fucking
having
work visa.
issues because
Hand them a
the
work
workers
visa.
don't want to show up to work because they're afraid that immigration is going to come and take them. Where do you think your food comes from? Like, we're going to have bigger issues if we just keep going with this rhetoric that they all got to go. We need to have more of a line where it says, okay, we're not going to cross this line. That's all we're saying is you can keep doing what you're doing, but that's not what it's about, man. And I want to take this moment to reset the room. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Ozthecryptogoat. We've got a newcomer here, new to the show. What's going on, brother? Or sister?
Oh, hey, how's it going?
What's
Just
up?
listening to you. Not much, man. I'm listening to you guys talk about the illegals and whatnot. Yeah, I used to live in Mexico for a minute, and when I was down there, I got involved with some knuckleheads, and I ended up bringing illegals across the border. So I got arrested in
Are you coyoted?
Yeah, I was a coyote for a minute, and when I was like 19, I looked like a Marine, so it was easy until it wasn't. I literally got pulled over on the 4th of July on 2000 with 7 illegals in a van. They confiscated the van, took me down to El Centro Immigration Station, interrogated me for literally 8 hours, and then released me because I didn't crack. I was like, no, 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 and they just said, you know what, get out of here. If we ever catch you with another illegal, we'll charge you for all 7 of these, and however many more we catch you with. And we could charge you for like what they say 5 years ahead. How much time is that? And I was like, no, like 30, 35 years or more. But it was an experience, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I just want to say that most deportations are self or voluntary deportations. Like they choose to leave.
We're not talking about those kind.
The the the, the few cases of law-abiding citizens that are just here to work, um, getting caught in the net, I think they're few and far between. They're
They're not though, bud. There's a lot. There's a lot. I grew up in Carmel, like Monterey County, and
I just got flagged.
All right. We're going to change the subject now. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to talk about this stuff. So we got hit with a violation. And what I need you all to do right now is everybody in unison hit the like button together. Let's boost the algorithm again. Let's if you can send gifts, send gifts. If not, no big deal. Don't forget to send in your daily heart me's. Let's change
Share
the
the
situation.
live.
Yeah, share the live out to your friends. Everybody put hashtag FYP in the chat. F1's in the chat.
F1, yeah, for sure.
Let's start with F1s and then we'll put hashtag FYP in the chat. And we'll do hashtag crypto, all the different hashtags. We love TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop is amazing. Make sure you're on TikTok Shop all the time and you spend all your money there. And you never buy food for your family. Only buy at TikTok Shop, guys. Starve your family, buy from TikTok Shop. I'm just kidding. I'm being hyperbolic. So yeah.
So I did a live earlier about the Clarity Act, and it was a pretty interesting one.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Clarity Act a little bit. So what'd you hear? What was your experience from the Clarity Act?
Well, one of the things, some of the things you're going to be addressing the Clarity Act were like where I was really concerned about market manipulation, how they have the current AMMs, the advanced market makers, if you will, Wintermute, Cumberland, Citadel,
Jane and Jane.
Yeah, to Jane Street, GSR, what B2C2, jump trading. The list goes on. But they're probably going to get either they're going to move offshore, and they're not going to be American based. Like what happened on the 26th with the options expiry for the BTC trades, how it was the biggest BTC options expiry in the history of like 23.6 billion trades expired. And so with that direct market manipulation went by Kraken and Wintermute and Binance and Coinbase and BlackRock and OKX, all dumping the market. And then with the added, the amplified effect when Citadel and Flow traders and GSR were all dumping on the futures on BTC, shorting the market just to cause extra, extended liquidity grabs on retail. That sort of thing is going to get, that'll be something the CFTC will be on. They'll be checking, they'll be looking at data feeds, and that kind of market, like direct market manipulation is not going to be tolerated after the Clarity Act goes.
Well, so see, the CFTC is actually more laxed than the SEC. So you're gonna see probably more market manipulation happening. What we're gonna see is more safeguards for institutions than for the everyday investor. And
No,
that's
we
why
talked about retail buffers, not institutions. Like the exchange liquidators that are currently ran on Coinbase and Kraken and Binance and every exchange and trading exchange out there, they got their own little exchange liquidators, stop loss hunting and doing liquidity grabs on retail that are over leveraged, and they're just making, cluster liquidation grabs on retail trades. So it's kind of the market's rigged right now, and that's sort of like direct manipulation by AMMs, the advanced market makers, is going to be monitored quite a bit more extensively. So it's not going to be such a
it'll be quite the
manipulated market
opposite.
in that sense.
So the
Well, that's
CFTC
that's
will
not that's not what the bill says.
yeah, but that's not the bill never tells the truth, man.
I hear you.
You know, the CFTC is more laxed with their enforcement. The SEC is very strict. That's the difference, right? And so institutions want that more laxed regulation so that way they feel more comfortable getting in, and it gives them a 4-year window to manipulate the market on any project. And then basically after 4 years, if they don't meet a certain criteria, then they're regulated under the
As long as we
SEC.
have the one coin that rules them all with the Bitcoin, that's how when Bitcoin's thriving, the market thrives. If Bitcoin suffers, the market tends to follow. I mean, that's just direct.
Yeah. Anyway,
direct fundamentals.
it looks like the algorithm hit us pretty hard. Viewership has dropped dramatically. I don't want to hurt my algorithm anymore. So we're going to call it a night. Thank you all for coming on and talking with us. And I'll see you all next time. You guys have a good night. And don't forget, if you missed any of the shows, if you missed the show about Stand with Crypto, where we cover the Clarity Act, it's all recorded on YouTube, so go check it out. All right, everyone, have a good night. Yep, it's Ozzy. What's up, Mother of Dragons? How you doing? How you doing, Mother? Good to see you. I'm back. I've been so sick. It's been really bad, but I'm back just in time. I'm feeling a lot better, much better. It was much worse. They have me on the strongest antibiotics. It literally treats the plague and anthrax. That's what they got me on. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Ozthecryptogoat. All lower cases, no spaces. Let's see here. Let's make sure that the audio... What the hell? Elon! Yo, what's good, Diego? Can't hear me. I know I'm working on it right now. Give me just a second. 1 minute, okay? There's no audio
On what?
on here, and they can't hear me.
Wait, the mic's working.
Yeah, but they say they can't hear me, and you can't hear the music.
Okay, let me go on TikTok and check the mic thing. But the audio thing, that should be... What is it doing? That shouldn't be an issue.
We got Elon in the house. Everybody smash the like button for
Check the
Elon.
music. It looks like it's working on my end over here. I'm opening TikTok right
Can you hear it? What about the music? Can you guys hear the music? Is the music good? Let me get a thumbs up if the music's good. Thumbs up if the music's good. All right. What's up, Spacey? How you doing, bro? Let me fix the curtain. Thank you, Elon.
Good.
We're good. Is the music too loud?
Actually, I would say it's kind of...
Is the music good?
It's good, actually. It's not too loud or too quiet, in my opinion.
I'll turn it down just a little bit. Turn it down just a little bit. How's that? That's a little better, right? What's going on, chat? It's good to see you guys. How's everybody doing? I've been out on a hiatus. I've been very sick. Finally, I'm doing a lot better. So they have me on like the strongest antibiotics known to man right now. It treats the plague and anthrax. It's pretty crazy. That's how sick I was. I was sick for almost 2 months. But I'm back. I'm back just in time, too, because I'm going to ETH Denver, and I need to be better for that. And I'm still not 100%. Like, I got a few more days to take the medicine or whatever, but yeah, I'm still not 100%, man. It's bad. But definitely, like, good enough to go live and do the show. I don't know if you can tell my voice is a little hoarse. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there, chat. We'll be there. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with everyone you know. Let's pull up some charts here, though. Let's do a little TA, huh? Valentine's Day sale. Don't miss out on the Valentine's Day sale. Just the rasp of a goat. I know, right? And they really want me to get this Valentine's Day sale. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Look at this. I drew this like a month ago. And it fell below that. That's crazy. And it's going back for the retest. That's freaking crazy. But it basically did this just out of time, right? It went a little bit lower. That's crazy. I drew this line on December 28th. Let's see here. When did I draw this line? December 27th. Ooh, that's pretty dang close, chat. That's pretty dang close. Yes, I'm back from my Ebola. I know, right? Isn't it great? Thank you all for all the likes, and don't forget to share the show out with everyone. I'm really excited. We're going to be doing the podcast in the podcast studio at ETH Denver. So make sure you guys show up for the lives at ETH Denver. Make sure you click to subscribe to the channel and click to have the alarm notifications every time I go live, so that way you know, because we're going to be live streaming all throughout the event. We're going to be doing all kinds of cool stuff. Some of the parties, we're going to be going to Meow Wolf. Have you guys ever heard of Meow Wolf? Anyone ever been to Meow Wolf or heard of it? If you haven't, you have to Google this, okay? This is the craziest thing ever. I've always wanted to go, and they're sending us for free, and it's like a midnight thing. So like it opens from midnight to 4 a.m., especially just for us, all the crypto bros, and it's going to be awesome. What's up, Wendy? How you doing? Wendy, are you going to be at ETH Denver? It'd be great to see you there. If not, I do know some of the other crew from Stand With Crypto will be there. I know your mod won't be there. I talked with him. Is Bitcoin going back up? Honestly, no. No. It seems like, let's draw a new line. So we come down here. We'll potentially bounce up and come down. I see, there's a possibility for 20K. 40 could be the bottom on it, but it could come lower. It could very well just kind of, what's crazy is I said that this was going to happen last year in like January. So like a year ahead of time. But let me show you something here. Okay. So here we had a head and shoulders play out, right? Head and shoulders, bam. And so we're probably going to consolidate at this level right here. But then we have another massive head and shoulders. That should send us down here to 31 to 35, maybe 40, and then maybe bounce from there and even go lower. Government shutdown will send BTC lower. I absolutely agree with that. 100%. Will it ever go past 100K again? Absolutely. Just not for a very long time. Maybe in 4 or 5 years, it could be at like 150, maybe 175. We shall see. Maybe it doesn't go past that. Maybe it's found that it's dead technology and then it just does nothing. It's all speculative, but this is my TA for now. We're gonna run sideways, kind of like how this was, and we'll probably form a bit of like a bear flag right here, and then dump. So this thing's coming down. Unfortunately, that's what we have here. I'm not gonna save this one yet. I will save it soon, but I like that I was so right, like so long ago about this. It's crazy. We're really just gonna be stuck between 50 and 70K for a while here. ETH could be the BTC replacement. I don't think so, to be honest with you. I really don't think so. And you have to understand that ETH is a blockchain. Okay, Bitcoin is a token, so they're two different things. But ETH's ecosystem, it's failing. Layer 2s are failing. A lot of not very good things happening with ETH. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that things can't change. Technology changes. We'll just have to wait and see. Let's take a look at XRP. Ooh, I love this song. I hope Goat Tribe's going to be there this week. Prediction on XRP, 80 cents, 75 cents. Oh wait, that's the wrong chart. I'll do VeChain. Give me a second. Let's do XRP first. Let's do XRP first. Man, this has been up for a long time, and look at it has come to fruition. We got our little ghost guy here. You guys remember the ghost from back in the day? That's where it all started, chat. With the ghost. So XRP is not Ripple, ladies and gentlemen. XRP is not Ripple. Ripple and XRP are two different things. XRP is a token that Ripple holds 44% of the supply. And XRP will not go to 10K this cycle. So let's take a look here. So it looks like this is our channel for XRP here. We got a nice little channel to follow. So it could pump up here and test 150. And if it gets rejected, it'll fall down here to like that $1 to 80 cents range. And then maybe bounce from there or run sideways. Unless it gets enough power to get out of 150, it could come up to $2 and then reject and come back down to like that 80-cent mark. ADA's holding its value at the moment. Yeah, because ADA pretty much already bottomed out. What's up, Mother of Dragons? Good to see you. Mother was on Abstract watching earlier while we were getting everything set up. It's good to see you, Mother. Don't forget to smash that like button. Send your daily heart me's. Let's see, we got Bellstar with a heart me. Bellstar with some roses. Mother Dragons with a heart me and a couple popular boats. Thank you guys so much. When you guys help me reach my goals, it helps boost me in the algorithm. And so it's much appreciated. All your guys' love and support. Make sure you guys tune in next week. Monday through Friday, I'm going to be live every single day. Make sure you have you're following me, and make sure you have your notifications turned on so you're notified when I go live. We are going to be live at ETH Denver, and we're going to be live streaming a lot of the panels and things that are going to be going on. I am an official sponsored creator by ETH Denver this year. So we're going to have all access passes, and we're going to have special interviews with high profile people. They have a podcast studio for us. It's going to be legit, guys. It's going to be so awesome. We're going to be recording in the podcast studio, get some good interviews in there, and be talking and chatting with, some of the people from TikTok will be here. Some of the people from the space. There's going to be a lot of high profile people we're going to be talking to. I'm going to try to get an interview with Jake Claver, and we're going to talk with Jake and see if he can convince me about XRP, right? XRP for Q4, 80 cents. That's what I think. 80 cents for Q4. Maybe $2 if you're lucky. Maybe. XRP is going to have a hard time getting above $2 ever again for a long time until the next bull run. But I want to talk to Jake Claver. I want to know. I want him to explain to me, like, you know, there's a lot of speculation that happens, but, you know, he says a lot of things, right? And so I'm like, okay, like, explain it to me. Make me believe. I want to believe, chat. I want to believe in XRP because that means we're all rich. But I'm just not buying it. I haven't been buying it for a whole year. And it looks pretty cooked to me. I'd say this is a double top right here. And potentially it could be played out. Let's see here. I'd say probably not. Yeah, this thing, according to the double topic, it's going back to 40 cents. Gene wants SoFi. Gene, make sure you follow and subscribe. Don't forget, I offer one-on-one coaching for all my subscribers and all of my super fans. Become a super fan today, guys. If you're not a super fan, I would really appreciate if you became a super fan. It's not the same as the Heart Me. It's a little bit different. With your super fan, you can message me any time of the day, and I will do on-demand TA for you. Even when I'm sick in bed, I will look at the charts for you and do TA for you, help you out. I also teach a TA class. If any of you are interested in taking the TA class, send me a DM or write it in the chat. Let me know. DM's the best because I'm going to reach out to you after the live and get you set up. And if you sign up by Friday, okay, you get a lifetime subscription for the TA class. So you'll pay one time and you'll never have to pay again. Lifetime subscription, done and over with. You get the full course, all 19 episodes of the course that teaches you how to do it. It's not just technical analysis. It's also teaching you macroeconomics and how to apply them together and how to basically trade like hedge funds do as well. It's very in depth, guys. You're gonna love it. We teach you how to do meme coins. Whatever it is that you're looking to do, we're probably gonna cover it at some point. So we are offering that lifetime subscription right now. When you get signed up by Friday, yes, this Friday. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna extend it. As of today, I'm going to extend it till after ETH Denver. So you have till next Friday. But here's the thing is, I'm going to offer it 50% off until tomorrow. And then after that, you're going to have to pay full price, but you'll still get the lifetime subscription. So you're going to save like hundreds of dollars if you sign up by tomorrow. That's the way to do it. And don't forget to become a super fan. Thank you for all the gifts, Mother and Belle and Francesca. Thank you for the Heart Me. Let's see. Let's set up a new gift goal. Let's do a new goal here. Let's do... Oh, shoot. Add a gift. What are you guys thinking for a gift? TikTok says something $1 or more. Let's do the hat and mustache. Let's do hat and mustaches. Let's just do one. Just one hat and mustache. That's what we need right now. Just one. Just one. We gotta make $1 for TikTok. That's what the algorithm says it wants. So that we shall do. Hey, thank you, Diego, for the hat and mustache. Much appreciated. Let's see here. Let's keep it rolling. Thank you for the donuts. By the way, I need 80 donuts. I need 80 donuts for one of my goals. So we don't have to do it all. I have time to get them all, but donuts are a good one to send. That's more of like a long-term goal. Let's do some donuts here. We could do 10 of them. Let's do 10 donuts. See how that goes. Are you guys excited as I am for ETH Denver, I'm just elated. All right, let's take a look at Ondo. I think Ondo was next, right? If I missed your TA, just throw it back in the chat. Sorry, I get a little distracted sometimes. So let's do Ondo for you guys. Ondo. I'll tell you this, the bull run's over, guys. We're in the bear market, and then we're going to move into the crab market. I'll tell you that right now. Coming from VeChain. All right, I'll tell you what, I'll do VeChain real quick. I remember you said that earlier. I got you, bro. Danny D, make sure you follow, man. Subscribe to the channel. Show me some love too, because I'm showing you some love. Let's put in VeChain for you. I got you, brother. VeChain. What's the... It's VET, right? VET is the ticker on VeChain. VeChain. This is it, right? All right, what kind of prediction are you looking for? Are you looking for long-term, short-term, you know, today, tomorrow, next month, next year? What are you looking for? VeChain looks bottomed out, broski. VeChain is pretty much an accumulation. It could drop as low as 0.005. I would be buying between 0.005 and 0.008, which is where we're at right now. So this thing really hasn't formed a bottom yet, okay? So that's one thing you have to be concerned about. We don't quite know where the bottom is yet. Let's take a look here. A little zoomed in. So it looks like it came down to do the retest. It might be moving up. This could be an inverted head and shoulders right here, right? So short term, we could be headed back to 0.0095. Yo, what's up, Mar Lopez? How you doing, brother? Long term, I would say probably 0.005 or 0.006. It could bump, you know, in between there, but that's going to be your buy points, right? So we are, chat, all year long, I've been telling you, don't buy, don't buy, don't buy. Now's the time to start looking to buy, okay? I've been telling you all for an entire year, wait. Now's your time to start DCing into these projects that you like. So even right now at 0.007, it's in a buy zone, okay? And you're going to be buying and holding until the next bull run, and you're going to be accumulating over the next 4 years, okay? Or 3, you know? So we're in accumulation. So VeChain is a buy. I would be looking for that 0.005 for your buy and just accumulate stable coins instead of limit order. You're going to get a chance at the price it's at right now again. I promise you. Like, just be patient, right? But you can potentially get it lower. It has not built a floor yet. It is not moving sideways yet. That's once it starts moving sideways, you know you're good. We hit the bottom. We're done, right? Quant's a good project. Absolutely. All right, so we did VeChain. Let's take a look at Ondo. Who wanted Ondo? Who was that with the Ondo? Who wanted Ondo? Oh, man, look at that. Like a gem. Ascending, broadening, broke out on the downside. Now it's at the bottom. Okay, so Ondo is going into accumulation. So it was this, now it turned into a new... Ascending, broadening is bearish, right? So then the pattern we got was a head and shoulders. That is played out, okay? So now we are potentially at the bottom. Now, don't forget, we could at the end of the cycle, we go into despair where we drop lower. So this thing could easily go down to 0.05 as well. All right? Oz, 60% of crypto market is correlated to BTC. When BTC goes down, so do 60% of the altcoins. Absolutely, 100%. That is so true. And what I will tell you is this, is a lot of these alts have already bled out, okay? Bitcoin should come down more, or at least run sideways for a while. But I predict it's going to come down. So, but the thing is they're going to detach from Bitcoin when we go into the crab market. And now they may still move together, okay? But, you know, Bitcoin's already pretty much bled out. Most of these alts have already bled out, okay? Bitcoin could move more, but they're not going to bleed as much. They'll probably bleed the same. So when Bitcoin loses 5%, they'll lose 5 to 10%. You know, it won't be as dramatic as it's been, where when Bitcoin loses 5%, it also loses 20%. Is altcoins finished? I wouldn't say they're finished. It's just for now. What I would tell you is that we're in accumulation. It's time to start buying alts. Okay, Bitcoin's not ready to buy yet. Okay, but alts look good for buying, and you're going to want to DCA in, so that way if they drop lower, you can get in at a better price. And you start accumulating now. And you got a few years to start accumulating, and then when it fucking moons, you guys better sell those bags in a few years from now. And you're just gonna put a little bit away into them, and you're gonna grow those bags. And then when the next cycle comes, don't listen to the craziness that, oh, it's going up higher, it's going up higher. When you start hearing that everything's going up higher, that's when you should be selling. Okay? That's how this is done. Don't round trip this bag, okay? You guys are at an opportunity right now to accumulate and buy. You are here right now in this time. This is beautiful. This is where you want to be. You want to be on this show, watching and getting this information right now. You are going to be wealthy if you listen to my words right now. You need to be patient, wait for the right opportunity, and accumulate. Now is the time to accumulate. Obviously, you can still trade, but we're accumulating right now. Don't forget to join my Discord. The Discord link is in my bio. A new paradigm, yes, right? So we're getting into buy time. The trigger to buy crypto will be when you see risk-off assets like gold dropping in price. Yeah, well, dude, I mean, not necessarily, okay? Because gold and silver could potentially drop a bit, but they may hold, buddy. Like, they may not collapse. It's not crypto. We're talking about gold and silver, precious metals, okay? So they're not going to act like crypto does, where the whole market just crashes and dumps. But yes, you are right. When they start to move, it could potentially flow into crypto. But at the same time, Bitcoin follows gold. So if Bitcoin is crashing now, then gold is probably going to crash too. And that would be because the dollar is stronger, right? And interest rates are lower, right? Gold and silver are only profit taking. They will never crash. I kind of agree with that. They won't crash, but they will kind of dip down a bit. You'll have opportunities, but they're pretty much topped out, and they could keep going. All right, let's do Solana. For Mar Lopez, a longtime viewer of this channel. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Ozthecryptogoat. Let's see. It was Solana. Let's see here. Solana. Oh, man. I'm going to tell you this right now. Solana is not good news. So let me show you something. Sol is a head and shoulders. And it played out, right? Came down. I could see Solana dropping back down here to 69. Now it doesn't. It's not going to go right there. It'll probably bounce a little bit from here. Everything is going to potentially bounce a little bit. Okay, so if you're a trader and you bought right now, you could potentially catch a little bounce, sell it, and then get back in. Right? Diego, just ignoring my messages. ATP. Okay, I got you. ATP is the ticker. Aster, I got you on the next one. My bad. Diego, I got you on the next one. My bad. There's just so much going on. It's crazy. Viewership's great right now, and the chat's just flying. I got you on Aster, brother. Let's pull it up right now. We could potentially drop all the way down here to 47 to 35 on Solana, but that's long term. That could take all year for that to happen. Aster, let's do Aster. My bad, Diego. I do apologize. See, the thing is, guys, when you are a super fan, I see your thing better, right? When you put in the chat, okay? So if you want to make sure that you're seen to get your TA, become a super fan, and then you can also message me directly anytime for TA. You can message me in the Discord, you can message me on TikTok, wherever. Send me a DM, and I got you. So yeah, if you're worried about seeing or being seen, become a super fan. You light up like a light bulb on my screen when you're on there. So, all right, let's do Aster before Diego wrings my neck right now. All right, what kind of prediction are you looking for an Aster? You want long term, short term? What do you today, tomorrow, next week, Q4, 5 years from now, 30 years from now? Where are you at with that? Revolution, thank you. Pamela, thank you for the heart me as well. Don't forget to send in those heart me's, guys. And the donuts, I need donuts. Just the lookout, I'm bullish. I'm mildly bullish, very short term. But I'm pretty much bearish, man. And if you're like really bullish right now, I mean, kind of, yeah, because it is buy time, but it could take years before it actually takes off in moons. I'm crabbish right now. I think we're entering into the crab market soon. So we should be running sideways here soon. But bullish would mean that we're about to take off to the moon. No, I'm crabbish, which means it's time to buy, right? Let's look at here. Looky. Oh, yeah. Aster? Oh, this is bearish as hell. You better sell your bag, bro. And now this thing could potentially go up here, all right, to 0.89. All right, it could go to 0.89. But you better be looking and watching this thing. It needs to break out of 0.81. Otherwise, it's cooked. It's coming down. All right. Let's look in the 1 hour on this one. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is good. Aster looks pretty bullish right now. It's making higher highs, higher lows. But it could, if it rejects here, okay, if it rejects at 0.74 or 0.76, it could make a reversal. And it could already be building a reversal pattern now. This is an ascending channel here, okay, buddy? Which means, and this is in the hourly, okay, means this thing is coming down today. And actually, it's a wedge, right? There's our wedge. This is bearish as hell, okay? This thing's probably going to die out where it's at right now. Right now is probably the top. It probably won't go any higher than where it's at right now. It could potentially go up just a little bit more, 0.74, 75, and then it's toast. It's already making its move to fucking crash down. So today this thing will crash. Absolutely, no problem, Diego. And this is not financial advice, by the way. This is me just telling you what I see. CZ manipulates Aster like crazy. I know. I try to stay out of these ones that are highly manipulated. Like, Pippin, bro. I've been trading Pippin. I've been doing shorts on Pippin for a while now. What's up, MVP? How you doing? By the way, I tried to call you. It went straight to voicemail. I can't post anything anymore without getting a flag or a strike. I posted a new one today. Boom, hit right away. But viewership is good for the live, so that's good. But yeah, we just keep getting hit. By the way, if you're a creator, make sure you hit up MVP Network, the greatest of all. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, she's the greatest. Everything she does is very good. Everybody says so. It's all great. She does a great job. She really does. She's always on top of everything that I have to deal with. And God knows, MVP Eve, tell him nobody gets flagged like I do. I'm telling you. And she's always right on top of it, like right away on top of it. She literally just got a strike removed off of my profile just like the other day. So thank you, Eve. Much appreciated. Everybody send a galaxy because Eve gets half of it. Everybody send a galaxy right now for Eve. I'm only half joking on that, but like, I mean, she does get half of whatever I make. So yeah, send a galaxy for Eve. Come on. Hey, thanks for the follow, Mighty Mike. Appreciate you. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys. Everybody tap away, like, subscribe to the channel, follow me. Make sure you go check out all my content. We're going to be at ETH Denver. It's going to be amazing. I'm actually an official sponsored influencer for ETH Denver this year. It's crazy. It's going to be so much fun. TikTok gets half. I get a small cent. Damn, that's horrible. I know TikTok gets half of what I get, and then you get like a percentage of what they get. I think you get like 30%, right? It's still a decent amount. Diego, thank you for the 13 roses. Helen, thank you for the heart me. MVP, thank you for the heart me. Who's got me with the galaxy? You know what? I'm gonna do a galaxy live goal. We're gonna change this one. We're gonna edit this. You guys had a chance to send a donut. Now we're doing a galaxy. I just need one galaxy. Just one little galaxy, guys. Just one. We're gonna do one galaxy. I know you guys got me on a galaxy. Come on. When you guys send a galaxy, there's something about the algorithm. It just freaking promotes it. I don't know why. That's crazy, Eve. You deserve more than that. Thank you so much. I know I'm probably your biggest pain in the butt, but I tell you this, one day, this will be one of your biggest shows. I guarantee it. I will not give up. I refuse to give up. Hey guys, remember this? Does this take you back or what? Good stuff. It's nice having like some of the old set stuff in the background now. I like it. You guys like the new set? Honestly, one day is here now. The only thing holding us back is an algorithm now. Okay? I've got the connections. We're in the places. We're doing the things. We're making it happen. So it's not even... where's the Pengu? I got you on Pengu. Pengu, I've been speed trading. If you haven't checked... You guys, should we do some speed trading today? Oh my God, we're going to do speed trading today. I made $500 in 15 seconds. And I haven't taken a loss yet. Not yet at all. All right, let's do Pengu. I'm doing 100x leverage on $100. All right, let's see here. Pengu. Let's do Pengu. Where's Pengu at? Pudgy penguins. Where's my pudgy penguin at? Where is my pudgy penguin? Oh, here he is. Look at, I got my Pengu. Put my penguin on. MVP, thank you so much. Look, I got my little pudgy penguin on. Had to show out for the Pengu. All right, what kind of prediction are you looking for on Pengu? Long-term, short-term? Honestly, Pengu looks like it's coming back down. Yeah, I got my little cute penguin, my pudgy penguin. I mean, Pengu could potentially run up a little bit more, but honestly, it looks bearish to me. This is a broadening. So it needs to pump here real soon and create a new high, or it's coming back down. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it came back down to retest down here. I forgot all about my pudgy penguin. I gotta start wearing this thing. I think I'm gonna take it to ETH. Yeah, I'm taking it to ETH. So what prediction you want on Pengu? Because I'll tell you this right now. On the daily, look at, we got the goat. That's old. Pengu could potentially come down here to 0.003 or lower. Should we battle? I'm down to battle. You want to battle? Who thinks I should battle Bell right now? I'll battle you. I forget how to do it. I like Pengu too. What's up, John Whalen? How you doing, man? I know Bella has smoke. I'm afraid to battle because I actually have a winning streak right now. I'm probably going to lose. Chat, put a W in the chat if you're going to support me if I battle right now. Put an L in the chat if you're going to go support Bell. And that'll let me know whether or not we're going to battle. I only got one W. I guess nobody wants me to battle. I'm good with that. Yeah, Mother's going to support Bell. I'm going to lose if I battle Bell. I always lose to the girls. If I battle a guy, I'm good. I will lose. And I haven't been on here for a while, so I haven't been like earning or anything. Like my stats are down for earning because it's been like 2 months I've been sick. A little battle against Mother. I will lose against Mother. Revolution says women are better. Someone has to win the Super Bowl. All right, let's battle Bell. I forget how to do it. You got to send me a request to battle because I don't even remember how to do it. I haven't battled in a long time. But yeah, Pengu looks toasty to the mosty. I'll tell you this though. When this thing bottoms out, I'm going to be buying a couple grand worth of it because I get paid more on abstract the more I hold. Yeah, it's a Head and Shoulders for sure. It's coming down here to the bottom. And maybe even a new bottom, you know. 0.002 is what I'm eyeballing. When it does that, I'm on it. All right, we're going to battle Bell. What's up? You ready to battle?
Let's do this. Yeah, we both need the points.
All right. Here we go. We're going to run it, chat. Everybody start hitting the like button. Everybody send in the galaxies right now. I need your galaxies. Need the galaxies. Come on. Come on. Help me out, chat. Hit the likes. They're going to snipe, guys. Watch out. She's going to snipe. I know her team, all right? They're just going to wait till the last minute. And then we're... Oh, 3 times gift. 3 times gift right now. Galaxy right now. Right now with the Galaxy. Oh, Mar Lopez with the Galaxy. Thank you so much. That's what's up. 3 times. Yes. It's like you sent me 3 galaxies.
Here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, bro.
Come on, Amy.
I appreciate you.
Come on, girls. Come on.
All right, so Bell,
Pioneer,
are you flying out to Denver?
women of the blockchain. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Flying
we got
jets.
1900
Galaxies.
points.
Wow. I've never even gotten the jets before. That's crazy. Thank you, guys. I love you guys, man. I'm never leaving the show because of you guys.
Oh, you guys just sleep.
You are phenomenal. Wow. I didn't think it was going to go that well. I thought I was going to do horribly. Thank you guys so much. It's not over yet, though.
Thank you, Revolution.
It's not over yet.
Even talk. I'm laughing so hard.
Wait, Jesse's gifting you? How dare... And Eve? How dare they?
Yes.
You
Come
are
on,
traitors.
girls, let's go.
Traitors to the goat. You know what? If I lose right now, we're having goat for dinner. You know what that means, right? I'm gonna kill the goat. I'm gonna eat the goat if I lose.
19,000.
And I'm gonna live stream while I skin it. Oh, another galaxy. 2 galaxies from TikTok seller. Holy crap.
I was just taking a nap. Jesus.
Remy, thank you for the flying jets as well. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. I love you guys. Oh, I love this song. Can you hear the music?
You guys are so funny.
This shit's hard.
He's spoiled. He's spoiled baby. He's like, I want a galaxy. Or I want a universe.
Yeah, I want a universe chat. You have to send a universe now or we're having goat for dinner tonight.
Thank you for the sun. That was so cool.
That's
I'd never
awesome.
seen that gift.
You guys are awesome, man. Thank you guys. So, Belle, are you coming to Denver?
No, I wish I was.
Boo. It's not even that far. Denver's going to be awesome.
I only started working this week, so
What do
I'm
you think?
grateful for that.
Look at this stash. It has grown in so nicely. I don't even have to do it anymore. It just does it itself. It's so beautiful. Thank you guys for all the gifts. I know I made, actually, I made $35 this live. Thank you guys. Thank you. That's much appreciated. I appreciate that. The freaking flying jets, man, that shit took off, and then all the galaxies. It's 3 times. So when you send it when it's 3 times, I get more money. So much appreciated to you guys. You guys are phenomenal. Belle, thank you for losing on purpose. I know you did it on purpose because you would never lose to me. Oh, did she freeze?
I had a phone call.
Oh my gosh. Thanks for taking a fall for me to make me look good.
Anytime. Hey, we have to do these things, a couple times a week.
Yeah, I don't really like to do it because I feel like it's like, on the other platform. Yeah, I'm making money on the other platforms for my time.
Yeah.
But here I'm only getting money from the viewers. Like TikTok doesn't give me anything. And like, honestly, I don't want to get anything from you guys, but I need it in order for my algorithm to succeed. And that's the problem. But look,
we understand. That's why we let each other win from time to time.
And here's the issue is I made more money right now, but viewership dropped like 90%. We were at like 50 to 60 people watching. Now we're at 16 because I'm battling. That's the issue. I want viewership.
I know.
I don't really care about the money.
I know,
yeah.
but we have to do it. Then you can just chat back out to your regular live. We still could have been talking predictions and laughing. So,
Well, I can't see the charts. For some reason, all I have to do is have a chart up here and instantly 40 people are watching. But if I don't have the charts up, like nobody's watching. No one wants to look at this ugly redheaded mug.
Well, maybe I had to throw up a chart.
Yay, we won. We won. Yeah, I mean, don't throw up a chart unless you're going to TA, little girl. Come on now. Don't do it unless you with great TA comes great responsibility,
I'd be like, look at this smoldering pile of dung.
Yeah.
I'll put up the worst chart I can find.
I wish it was up right now because I will do like some stupid ass TA like, oh, this is a snail or whatever, draw like some weird ass picture. I think Mega Crypto used to do that. Whatever happened to Mega Crypto? What happened to him? I miss him.
I don't know.
Have the chart tattooed on your forehead.
But didn't Be the Change stop posting on TikTok recently?
I mean, a lot of people did because
People,
they were moon cheesed out. Remember, all these guys were like, hey, we're going into these crazy numbers and had all these crazy predictions and that up is the only way to go. And as soon as the market crashed and ended, they all ran away. Like me, I was just, I wasn't around because I was sick, but like I still said everything I said happened, And I would say there's a few people that flipped like halfway through November, they started becoming bearish. But I was the only person that saw it all the way back into January last year. I knew it was over. Long time ago. I've been doing this for a long time, Bell. I've seen this time and time again. It's like a broken record now.
Yeah. I'm just trying to help keep the community together, check in on people's mental health.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to make people laugh.
Can ETH go to 1,500? Honestly, I think ETH could go to 900. That's going to be the point where I'm going to be looking to buy ETH. Once you see ETH hit $900, know that we pretty much hit the bottom. Let me pull it up here.
Look at this victory lap that Oz is
895.
getting.
Yeah, something like that.
I did. I hit the rematch. You got to hit it, Oz,
Yeah.
while you're talking.
1,500 is definitely in the wheelhouse for ETH. You see, we dropped all the way down here to 17. It has to at least come down and retest 17, right? But yeah, I'm going to be watching for the $900 spot on ETH.
9.
Here's
8,
the thing.
7, 6, 5, 4.
I'm going to show you something I see in the chart.
2, 1.
All right. Thank you so much. Hi, Oz. You're going to Denver. I will be there too. Oh, really? That's amazing. All right. How do I rug you, Bell?
I think I just end my live.
All right. I'm going to pull up the chart here and get back to the show. Thank you for coming on, Bell. Love you. Appreciate you. You're amazing.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right. So here, look at ETH. All right. This is what I see. This is pretty much the channel right here. Something like this. Right? Let's fix it a little bit here. There's your channel for ETH. Right? Right about there. So it could potentially run up from here, but I'm going to assume that this is a double top. Macro top right here, and it's coming down. So this should, run like this a little bit, and then break down. And this is around May or August, we should break down, and then we'll probably come down to around, 800, 900, somewhere around there. Yeah, J Heat, come find me in Denver because I have some podcast studio time there, and we can. I need to fill a day. I have a few hours I need to fill. I need to get some people to come through and do a little podcast, so we can talk about your little project and stuff. We'll meet face to face, and that'll be really cool, man. I land on the 17th, so hit me up if anybody is going to ETH Denver. I got a rental car. If you need me to pick you up at the airport, I'll be there. It's going to be a blast. This is it right here. I'm saving this. It's saved, chat. May is going to be a bloodbath for crypto. I think we kind of run up and down for a while, and then we're cooked come May. Yeah, ETH Denver is going to be amazing. Did you mean 0.002 or 0.02 for SXT? 0.002 for SXT. Let's pull up SXT. I'll show you why. Let's do SXT. Mother, when I TA for you, I am always on point for you. All right? Because you have been a long-time supporter. I would never make that kind of mistake of the wrong zero. Shit, I wish it would go to 2 cents. Oh, excuse me. 0.02. My mistake. 0.02. I'm going to put it in the chat. 0.02. SXT. My bad. And there I was going on about, oh, I would never make a mistake like that. No. I think we're good. It's see how it's like curving like this and starting to run sideways? That's a good sign. That means this thing's pretty much hit the bottom. It could hit another low of even like 1 cent, but probably not. It seems like it's pretty much hit the bottom. But it did that before where we thought it hit the bottom. But it looks pretty good. Should I buy some? I can't give you advice. That's up to you. But let's see, for a trade, like a short term. Short term. Honestly, I think it's going to come back down to retest here, at least to 0.02. But let's look at the 1 hour. I wouldn't say buy because it's in consolidation. We need to wait for a breakout to the upside or the downside. More than likely, this is going to break down. Yeah, so we had this head and shoulders right here. Played out. Now what we have is kind of like a descending broadening, I guess, which is bullish. You know, that's kind of bullish, but I don't think this is really the pattern. But it could be. So that could potentially be bullish. But yeah, I would say accumulate and, you know, wait. I'll tell you, though, if this thing pumps up to 10 cents and you hold it, you better take some profits on it. Just saying. 10 cents is going to be a heavy zone. Even 4 cents is going to be heavy. All right, let's do Sui. Honestly, I'm really disappointed with Sui. What's up, Morgan? How you doing, man? It's been a minute. It's good to see all the old time viewers back here right now. Hey, everybody hit the like button right now. Share the show out to everybody. Let's get the viewership back up. Doing that battle really screwed us up. So do me a favor, send a heart me if you haven't sent a heart me yet. Any kind of gift or whatever is appreciated. It helps the algorithm. But you know, just hit the like button if you can. Everybody, if we all right now, all at the same time, just start hitting the like button, it's gonna just like project us up and we're going to get the viewership. So everybody just start liking right now. Sui. Honestly, this is a classic bull cycle. Okay, let me show you guys something, okay? You want to know where we're at right now? Let me show you, okay? Okay, we're not here anymore. This is where we were. We were in denial. This is an old picture. Right here's where we are at, like, capitulation. Okay, we still need to drop into despair. Okay, we haven't quite done that, where we drop lower than where we started. Okay, that is coming. Okay, so we are in capitulation. We are headed for despair. Once despair hits, that's our buy zone, baby. All right, we need to be watching for despair. See the way this looks, how it runs up and like this? It's identical. Do you see it, chat? There it is right there. So it needs to drop down to a new low. I would say either probably 0.47 to 0.57. We never hit greed. Absolutely we did. What are you talking about? We hit greed. We hit all of it. Look it. Let me walk you through it. Okay. So first things started taking off in October, right? Then we had our first sell-off. We had the bear trap. And then media attention happened, right? Everybody was on TikTok talking about it, right? Then we had enthusiasm about it. Then we had everybody getting greedy and thinking that it was only going to go up. XRP was going to go to 10K, and they were delusional about that. Then we hit the top, and they said, Donald Trump's in office. This is the new paradigm. Regulation's going to get passed. Everything's going to be amazing. It's only to the moon from here. And then we went into a downward trend for a while. We had tariffs, and everyone was in denial. And we had the bull trap, and then boom, after May, we pumped up and everything kind of returned to normal, especially XRP hit a new high, right? And then it just went down from there. And everyone got really fearful. Everything started just breaking down. And then we hit capitulation, where we're at right now. And it's all just going down. And we are moving into despair. Every single one of these things has happened except despair. And if you can't see that, you've lost the plot, my friend. You have lost the plot. Look at Sui. It's literally that. How do you not see that? How are you so blind? Like, come on, wake up, chat. Ay. Josh said today that we're in the bear market, that Discord is getting annoying. What Discord? Mine or Josh's? Josh's Discord or my Discord? I'll tell you what, like, we have been in the bear market for months. Months we've been in the bear market. Now all of a sudden, oh, we're in the bear market? Golly. If you can't call something before it happens, what good are you than calling it at the end of it? The bear market is not confirmed just yet. Come on, bro. Bro, look at Sui. Look at any alt. Name any alt. Right now, let's do Cardano. Come on. You can't be that delusional. Let's do ADA. Look at ADA. All right. I don't know how you guys can't see this. Like, it's plain as day to me. Look at. Here it is. Just the fucking bull cycle thing. Up. Boom. What does that look like? Do you see it? Look it. It's right there. Look at the overall crypto market. That doesn't mean anything to me. Overall crypto market, every freaking thing, every alt is bottomed out and going into despair. ADA is just entered into despair already. ADA might be the only one that hit despair, and I don't think so. I think it's going to go back down a little bit more and retest and go for a new all-time low. Dude, if you can't... How are we not in a bear market when we've been down since October of 2025, and here we are in February, and it's just been down. Months of moving down. Nothing but down. It's okay, Oz. Don't try too hard. There are not enough ears to hear. Fuck, man. I don't understand how you can. Oh, it's not confirmed. Like, golly, man. Like, fucking, dude. I feel sorry for you guys that say that there's no confirmed bear market. We've been in a bear market all year, all last year. We had a few bull kicks in the middle of a bear market. That's about it. Just show the alts percentage on CoinMarketCap. I'm not even going to freaking entertain it. I don't even need to do that. You can see it right here. Okay? I've been doing this shit for a long time. I've literally been right all year long, ladies and gentlemen. I told you all this was happening all year long. For an entire year, and here you are, a year later, still blowing the same smoke at me, trying to convince me that I'm wrong. You're never going to win if you can't just wake up and smell the grass. It's been an ice age, not a bear market. What's up, Jem? How you doing? I can confirm we had the conversation in multiple lives. I know, right? I've been saying it for a whole year. Screaming it at the rooftops that, hey, you guys need to take your profits and need to get out. And wait for a new opportunity to buy. And all you did was buy and hold, buy and hold. Buffoons. I don't know what else to tell you, you dingus. I've done everything I can to help you. And if at this point you can't realize it, then there's nothing to do to help you. But I'll tell you this, we're finally entering in buy zones where it's time to buy and hold. Oh, I know I got a hard time for it. It's crazy. It's crazy, the buffoonery. I want to help you guys, but you have to help yourself at some point. I can't just do it for you. You got to wake up and smell the coffee. And I know some of the people that I'm talking to you, that I'm telling you this to right now. I told you this shit a year ago, and you're still wanting to argue with me? Come on. Golly. Remember the boo charts? Oh, I know, right? The XRP ghost. I need a little ghost thing like this. Maybe I should make little ghost plushies to sell or something. They want to listen to the Twitter bros. Oh, I know. It's crazy. None of y'all know anything about crypto. Y'all just bought your first crypto bag last year in February, January, November of 2024 is your first crypto bag, and you're trying to tell me that you know crypto. And most of these crypto creators that are on here that are all telling you that, yeah, we're going up, they bought their first bag in November of 2024. Okay? We've been here. We've been doing this. This is my life. This is all I do, chat. I don't know anything else. I mean, I do know a lot. You know I'm very educated, but golly, like if there's one thing I know, it's freaking crypto and TAing it and the charts, man. Like I've been doing this. I've lost a lot, and I'm trying to save you from losing like I did. Grow up and just take an L. You know, you can never be batting a million, guys. Just take an L and realize you were wrong once in a while, you know? There's no shame in admitting you were wrong. I'm wrong all the time. I'm never perfect with my TA. I never know exactly what anything's going to do. But I do know this. Like the broad picture of everything, it's very simple. Like it's not hard to make these big, broad predictions. Like, and that's what's crazy to me is how people don't see it. Get ready to buy BTC at 25K. Honestly, it could even go lower. It could potentially hit 15 to 20. Not gonna lie. It could. Will it? Probably not because of crazy delusion. That's the only thing keeping it from going that low. I said 16K in my Telegram. Dang. Yeah. That's where I'm at. Somewhere between 20 and 15K could potentially be the bottom for Bitcoin. Jem is really good at TA, by the way. If you don't follow her, make sure you follow Jem. She's got a great community. I'm a mod in her Telegram or admin or whatever. I haven't been there. I've been so sick the last 2 months, but I'm gonna hop in there and do more TA and calling out projects with you guys. Remember, I also got like my Discord and everything going on. I've been dying, man. They literally have me on the strongest antibiotics known to man right now. It's what they treat the plague and anthrax with. That's how sick I am. I've had every antibiotic and it doesn't work. Yeah, Jem. Actually, I was going to talk to you, Jem. Let's do a TA class together soon. When I get back from Denver, I want to have you come on as a guest. Let's talk a little bit, if you're cool with that. Can you look at the crypto market? Just hear me out, brother. Oh my God. Bruh. Did you have pneumonia? Yeah, I had pneumonia, bronchitis. It was bad. Where is it at here? I don't think this is it. You know, I don't even want to do this right now. This is my show, not yours. Morgan, go start your own show. You're not even like gifting anymore or like helping out. Like what? I have nothing to prove to you or anyone else. Not saying you're not right. Bro, quit busting my balls, man. You're always busting my balls. Give me a break. Total 3. I'm not going to even do it. I don't even want to do it. I don't even want to do it. Black seed oil will remove the mucus. Yeah. I've also been doing oregano tinctures. Yes, drags. They're all giving me shit. Don't forget to send your daily heart me's. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to become a super fan. Super fans is what I need. That's what helps the algorithm the most. We got to get some super fans. We got to get the super fans rolling, chat. Royal jelly is gold. I'm going to check that out. I send Galaxy if you look. All right, you did you? I believe you did, actually. Let's go over all the gifts here. Gem with a heart me, Gen Trip with a heart me, Drags with a heart me, TikTok seller with a bunch of oldies, Revolution, Mother of Dragons, Bellstar, TikTok seller, Remy, Mother Dragons, Mar Lopez, MVP, Pamela, Bellstar, Helen, Diego, TikTok seller, Jessica, Sergio. Morgan, you did not send no Galaxy, bro. Don't even lie. There it is. There's the Galaxy. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm going to need a universe, though, if you want me to pull that shit up. I'm just fucking with you. I'll pull it up. Give me a minute. There. I'm going to let you have this one. It costs you a whole couple bucks. All right, there it is. What you saying because we haven't dropped below here? You saying that this is the trend right here? No, it's not. This is your trend. Here's your trend, brah. We broke out. So I don't know what you're saying. How are we not in a bear market? There's your trend line. Boom, we broke out. We're on the downs. So what how hasn't broken the support? So? You telling me that it can't break right here? It absolutely can. Now this, because this is top 3, like this is BTC, Ethereum, what, XRP? What I'm telling you is we have a breakout on the downside. So this is a massive channel. This channel has to play out, brother. Right? Let's bring it here. Here's your channel, okay? This channel's huge. This has to come down to here. 522 billion. Call it what you want, guys, but it's in a mass extraction cycle regardless. Exactly. And once crypto starts doing this, it starts bleeding like crazy. It doesn't recover and go higher. I've been doing this. It comes back down to the fucking bottom every time. Every time. This time is not different, chat. I don't know how to freaking shake you and wake you up. This is what crypto does. It shoots up and then it collapses. And it goes back to the fucking bottom. That's what it fucking does. That's what crypto does. I'm shaking, mate. You should be shaking in your boots. If you're holding any crypto right now, you should be shaking in your boots. Y'all done craziness. How are you not noticing this? I guess like a lot of you guys are new, right? I've been here for a long time. I've seen this time and time again. It's gonna freaking bottom out. Look at right here. Bull cycle. Where did it go to the last tip? Right? This time it didn't even break up to a new high. Where do you think it's going to go back down to? It's going back to either 395 billion or 352 billion. It's going back down to this zone right here. It's going to happen, chat. Maybe if you're lucky, it stops right here at 500 billion. Maybe that's the bottom. If you're lucky. But that's a long way to go. That's a lot of money, a lot of liquidations to happen before that's done. Can you check copper? Ooh, yeah. Finally, something I want to look at. Some stocks. You want futures or are you in futures on that one or what? Look at copper, baby. Ooh, that shit looks fire. Interesting. I need more data on this one. I know there's a better chart to look at. Honestly, this looks like a diamond top on copper. That looks like a diamond top, chat. That one's been doing good. And I don't even think that that's what's going to happen, honestly. This is in the 1 hour, by the way. So this could potentially come down. What about the 100 bond? You want me to look at bonds? Honestly, this is a crypto show. But I'll tell you what, if you become a super fan, I will do it. Lily Rose Cast says, love your live. Enjoyed your live. Thank you. Appreciate it. Don't forget to follow, guys. Don't forget to become a super fan. Don't forget to send a gift or whatever. You don't have to. Don't forget to like, right? Don't forget to subscribe. All those things help the algorithm. This way we can reach more people and wake them up and slap them across the face a couple times and say, hey, bull run's over. Sorry. It was over last year, months and months and months ago. It's done. And I told you it was. And you still want to fight it. Anyway, chat. I'm going to call it a night unless I start getting some gifts in here. So, because I'm tired. I'm sick. So, I got to get a Galaxy or I'm out. All right, I'll give it, it's been an hour and 17 minutes. I'll give it like one more minute, then I'm out. And this is what we'll do. Let's do this.
Little bitch asshole. Go tribe, go tribe. Said I'm a badass bitch and I'm rich. Don't call me a little girl, I ain't switch. Size like it's nothing, you a snitch. Wanna be like me, yeah you wish. Crypto vibes on the track and you know we tryna stack. Bitcoin, Solana, and Ether, some ADA. Bitch, I am the alpha and you are the beta. You think you are great, I promise I'm greater. Just check my tray, check my wallet, the data. You mention me with the girls, that's gossip. And if you talk shit, you know you best watch it. Crypto wives are the best, you know you're not it. Passive aggressive, that beef, I'm gonna squash it. Not cause I forgive you, because I am bigger of a person. And yeah, my ass thicker, loyal to my man. You a hoe, you a stripper, so don't miss my words by the throw a no-hitter. Now this my last line before we go get dinner. Michelin restaurants, he pay, he a winner. Said I'm a badass bitch and I'm rich. Don't call me a little girl, I ain't switch. Size like it's nothing, you a snitch. Wanna be like me, yeah you wish. Another verse, better take another lap. Around you putting Goat Tribe on the map. It's a race, it's a fight, yeah we bout to scrap. But you know I'm clever, so instead lay a trap to help me catch these little girls in the act. Creating fake drama, yeah I know that's a fact. I don't mean to provoke, don't mean to attack, but can't take anymore, boy I gotta react. Or they take advantage of me, try and lie, spread these rumors about me, but they can't see that bullshit sets me free. Girl I decree, you gone, you better flee. Yeah I'm a wife, you know he put a ring on it. Big ass rock, sold NFTs and took the profit, headed to the bank. Got more to deposit, Goat Tribe to the moon, yeah we bout to rock it. Said I'm a badass bitch and I'm rich. Don't call me a little girl, I ain't switch. Size like it's nothing, you a snitch. Wanna be like me, yeah you wish.
Peace out, chat. Have a good night. You're right on point, bro. You just got to trust your instincts, man. I think you second guess yourself. And
Yeah, I did.
You let the fear control your trading. Don't let fear. Trust the process. Obviously, not all of them are going to work out, bro. But believe in yourself, believe in your process, believe in your TA. And when you do that and you have that conviction, that's when you are rewarded for it.
Hey, I got rewarded for that on the way down. I got a
Oh, I know, bro.
I got a 42% on the way down.
And I've seen you in the Discord. We have hashtag wins, right? Where people
Yeah.
are posting our wins. G-Rod every day with these massive wins, like anywhere from like 50% to like 290% wins, bro. You're killing it, man. And you're doing all those in the high time frames, right? So like 1 and 5 minute charts.
I do it all on the 1 minute charts.
Yeah, so you're making those kinds of gains in a matter of what, like an hour or less?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's magnificent, bro. You're killing it.
Usually, I mean, the longest I've been in one was the other night I was in it for, I think, 4 hours.
Look at this, what I see right here too. So let's look even more macro. Here's our channel, right? We're respecting this line, this trend up, and we're respecting this trend. Like this. Right? So let's say this does come up, cup and handle, 250. What I say earlier, 250 to $3. That's where this thing wants to go. And look it does that. Like it goes like here, and then it goes higher. So it got here, now it's gonna go higher. See the pattern?
I'm hoping for that higher one. I'm hoping for that higher one and not instead of a possible triple top. I don't know.
Look it. This is what you're seeing right here is bots. Okay, look at, you see this cup and handle right here that played out?
Yep.
Okay, You're seeing another one right next to it, cup and handle, play out. That's bots trading. This thing's going to 250, bro. Easy. It's literally just copy and pasting what just happened here is about to happen right here. And that's, you see a lot of that on the low time frames because it's bots running an AI algorithm, right? So the bots are actually creating its own, whatever. And then the bot is also zoomed out even more on the 30 minute.
Oz, I
Look at,
got a question when you get back to that 5-minute one.
look at, here's your more macro, right? We're going to come up here, boom, double top and come back down. So you're going to be able to short this thing to 159, 160 once it hits that 150 mark. That's what I would see. Now it could potentially shoot up higher first and then go, but we have an ascending wedge right here, right? So this would be more than likely what plays out right here on the 30-minute time frame. So sometime today or tomorrow, this thing will come back down to right here. So you see where the fair value gap is right here. We have the candle support right here. Boom, 161. And I would just set my sell order at like 163. At 163.5 and just make sure it fills. You know what I mean? Don't be greedy. You're going to catch all that, bro.
Yeah.
Make sure it fills. More than likely, that's what we're going to see right there. You know what? I'm going to save this. And I'm going to show you. Tomorrow, we're going to pull this up, and it's going to literally match this. Like, it's going to follow it to the T, bro.
I better be up the whole time then.
What, over the next, like 12 hours, 14 hours?
Yeah.
No, you don't have to be up. This move right here is where you get to sleep, bro. You're going to catch this right here tonight.
Yeah.
It's going to top out tonight, like 3 a.m. Boom, sleep. Wake up tomorrow. Set your sell limit at that 163.5. Wake up tomorrow and profit. Do it in your sleep. That's how I do it.
So I got a question for you. Yeah. So if you zoom in on that 5-minute again.
Let me see here. All right.
So, you know those sweeps that it's making, right?
Yeah. These right here.
Yeah. Have you seen I guess they're getting bigger, aren't they?
Not really. Look at,
Or
they're
are
actually
they-
getting smaller. So
Yeah,
let's
so
measure.
that's
So look, we take this over here. It's getting a little bit smaller.
okay.
So we measure this one. Bring it right here. And that's why it's a wedge, not a... So
Gotcha.
like,
Yeah.
expect it
I see it
to
now.
hit that line 150. Or excuse
Yeah.
me, 250. That's it right there, bro. And look, let's move this right here. That's the distance from this resistance zone to the top. It's almost a perfect measurement. See that?
Yeah.
Now it could fall short, you know. I would be taking profits at 245.5. 245. Somewhere around there, right? That would be my first zone of taking profit.
If I get back up to 2, I mean, with my leverage, I mean, I only need to get to, if I get to 235, I'm up 150%. So it don't matter.
I think you're going to do more than that, bro. I think you're going to see 245 minimum. So you're going to make a nice long here. And then you're going to get a nice short. And it might do another one. It could potentially come down here like this. And then do another one. And then come down. So you might get 2 moves in here before it breaks down. And it is a smaller time frame. But it'll either break right here at 234. Once it hits 234 on the downside, you want to be watching for confirmation of a turn to the upside, or if it's going to head and shoulders, stop at 241, 240, and then come back down and have a reversal. Because if this stops right here, now you have a pattern confirmation of a break through that ascending channel, ascending wedge, right? And then
So
obviously
possible,
it doesn't
a
move
possible double top at 240 then.
exactly, because it doesn't have to be exactly at the peak, right? It can
little
touch
lower.
here, and that's confirmation of a double top, right? If it
Yeah.
starts reversing from there, that's like, okay, we have a double top, and it'll do, you know, whatever it does. I'm gonna leave this line though, because I have a feeling it's gonna respect this. So yeah, just keep an eye on it, and like I said, watch the candles, look for candle confirmation, right? Look for that tweezer bottom, tweezer top in the candles. You're gonna see those a lot. Look for, you know, the candle patterns, and you're gonna look for confirmation with those with a pattern. So you're gonna look at the micro pattern and the macro pattern. Our macro pattern is this ascending channel, which is bearish, which means that more than likely it wants to break down into a double top here in the 30 minute, like that. That's what it wants. All right.
Okay.
So be looking at the candles, right? Remember, any pattern that you see needs candle confirmation. You need to have that candle confirmation, and then you need micro pattern and macro pattern confirmation. And then at that point, it's plug and play. It's pretty much, it's going to happen. Obviously, because crypto is manipulated, because it's such a low market cap and low liquidity supply, that can change. But 9 times out of 10, if you have all those signals line up, you're going to do all right. You're not going to catch every single one. It's going to be perfect, but 80-90%, you're going to be right on point. And that's all we need, right, to be profitable, is 80-90%.
Yeah. Yeah, because it just formed another inverted head and shoulders on the 5 minute.
Let's look at it. Remember, that 5 minute is a lot of noise, bro. Yeah, I'd say that's more of a tombstone than an inverted head and shoulders, which is still to the ups.
So if I just look at it from a half hour earlier, or like maybe an hour earlier,
like this right here, it's going to copy and paste this. This whole move from here to here, it's probably going to copy and paste that up here, just a little bit smaller, you know, less of a dramatic move.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Okay.
But look at this cup and handle. And you see how this cup and handle, look how far down it went. You would have thought, oh, that handle is no good, right? And look, it even had this little bull flag it made right here, right? You would look at this and say, oh, this is invalidated. If it had dropped any lower than this, it would have been invalidated. And really, it would have been like down here. If it would have dropped below 218, it would have been invalidated. But that's because of the time frame we're looking at. We zoom out to the 30 minute with less noise. That looks like a solid cup and handle. Solid cup and handle. Textbook.
Gotcha.
And
So your handle could come down all the way to the bottom, touch the
50%.
inside.
50%. All right. So look at from here to here. That's about the most you want to see. So that's about 50%. You know, that's the middle of the cup right here, right? That's about right. And that's even actually lower, right? See how where the candles are right here, the wicks, here to here. That's a perfect move.
Okay,
That's
so
textbook.
so Oz, what does it mean when the right side of the cup is higher than the left side?
It's just a tilted cup. That's all. You got to remember, bro, these patterns. Is this the XRP chart? No, this is render. We're going to do XRP in just a second. So bear with me. I'll take a look at it for you. The patterns are never perfect, right? The double top is never exactly. They fluctuate a little bit. You got to almost blur your eyes when you look at the chart, right?
Gotcha.
And be less structured on everything and just try to see what's there.
Okay.
What are we doing? We're doing a little bit of TA lesson right here. I'm teaching you all a free lesson in technical analysis. Or you can just follow me and watch the show and I'll do free A for you. And you can copy my homework in the words of Crypto Rap. TA doesn't work. G-Rod, does TA work?
Hey, let him eat that candy that he's eating.
Yeah, I know, right? Go drink your own Kool-Aid, bro.
Yeah.
Dude.
This man's TA has closed me 200+% trades every day consistently.
Thank you, bro.
This guy knows what he's talking about.
I don't know. I have a gift, man. I think my brain.
He's the man with the crystal ball.
Yeah. The problem with the crystal ball is if you make me rub it too much, it gets foggy. You got to let it cool down a little bit, you know? You can't rub the crystal ball too much. Look we're respecting this line right here. Already in the 30-minute, we're climbing here. This is beautiful. This is what we want to see. I'll even tell you what time we top her out. 1900 hours UTC time. Somewhere around there. What time is that? What's up, Elon Muff? How you doing, bro? You know, let's bring Elon Muff up here. I see
UTC time, you said?
What's that?
You said UTC?
UTC, Universal Time. Let's I want to talk to Elon Muff because my boy is educated. Elon Muff is very educated, knows what he's talking about a few things. But I do want to oh, he ran away. Can't right now. Oh, no worries, man. We're gonna have to do it again. I want to talk to you, bro, because I heard you. I forget whose live it was on. You were on, and you were talking about some things, man. And I was just like, I want to hear more about this. It was along the XRP lines. And by the way, check this out. Project XPX just came out like 12 or 18 months ago, something like that. Maybe it's like 19 months now. New project. It's a way for you to spend XRP with a card, like money. It's pretty goated. All right, somebody wanted to look at XRP. Here's my XRP analysis for you. I think we're coming back here to the 180 zone, possibly 175, 177. So what's up, G-Rod? What are you thinking on render?
What am I thinking on render?
Yeah.
Hey, if it double tops at 240, I'm good.
Honestly, I don't even think 240. Let me see, it was like the 1 hour. It's gonna go higher than 240. Honestly, I think 250 is the lowest that it would get that double top. Honestly, I think it does like 255 to $3. It could definitely go over. Remember how I said zoom out, right?
But we're gonna pull back before then.
Look at the daily, right? The same lines I drew, right? Shows a double top on the daily bringing it down to fill this fair value gap of 159 to 136. So that's a nice short, bro, from 150. Let's just say 150, right? So a short from 150 to 137.
250. You're talking 250.
Oh, excuse me, 250 to 137, bro. That's a nice short.
250 to 137.
That's what, like 300, 400% almost. Leverage.
Hang on. I'm going to tell you right now. No, it's more than that. It's got to be more than that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Especially with the leverage I do.
Yo, what's up, Crypto Rap? Hey, thank you for the heart, me guys. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Ozthecryptogoat, all lowercases, no spaces. We've got Crypto Rap, Oscar, Elon Muff, Revolution, G-Rod. We've got Francesca, all with gifts. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Appreciate you. Rap, you want to come up for a minute? You want to tell them why not? Tell the chat about why not. If you got a second. If not, I get it, bro. Like, no worries, bro. You're always welcome up on the panel. I slept on a 500X for 2 weeks and rode up 35% on a 500X leverage, bro.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Bro, I thought I was risky with XRP on a 50X.
Dude. Hey, that's what I was telling Josh, though. When it comes to the leverage trading, you'll start with 5, 10, 20X leverage. Before you know it, like, you're in 500X, 1,000X. And then that's when you get stopped out on like a 1,000X trade, like instantaneously, and you're like, what have I been doing with my life? And that's when you question all your life's choices.
Elon, I want to hear about this.
I know, I want to hear it too. What's up, bro?
It was in January of 25. I had a chunk of leverage, and I mean, I think I ended up running under like about 8,000. I was about negative 8,000 at one point, and as it was going down, I was like, it can't go down anymore, and I just kept buying my position larger and larger, and it kept going down, and I was like, oh man, and then it reversed and started going the other way, and it just kept on trucking, man, and I ran up about 35% times 500X, so.
Damn.
It was pretty nice.
If you don't mind me asking, what was your margin?
I got down to where I could have dropped maybe 4 or 5% more, and I'd have been done and lost my rear end. A 4 or 5% drop would have killed me.
Are you running a tight stop loss, or are you running a broad stop loss?
I'm running like a wild man. I'll just put it that way.
That's
my whole margin.
No stop losses, bro. Take it all.
Yeah.
All or nothing, baby.
I mean, I'll tell you this much. I set an alarm every 30 minutes so I'd wake up all night long so I could check my backs.
Bro, I've been there, man. Dude, last year I was averaging 1 to 4 hours of sleep a night because I was like rage trading like crazy. Like, I paid for all this equipment and this whole studio and everything all just from trading last year. And
I was doing another thing. It was like I would chart and think I'd find the bottom, and I'd say, okay, I got like $300. I'm gonna take 3 shots. I would put nothing else in my margin or nothing. I'd take $100 and put it on a 200X, and I was like, I got about 0.5% to lose, and that's it. And I'd just be like, just go in the casino and just slap 100 in and hit bet one time and see if I make it. And if I get wiped out and it chases me down, I do it stick another 100 in on a 200X and buy it. And I fell asleep on one of those before. I thought I got licked and I didn't. I shut my Mexi off, and I was like mad and went to sleep. Next day, went to work all day long, and the next evening I hopped on and I was on Bonk. When Bonk ran, and on a 200X, I ran up a 2X. I ran up over 100% on a 200X before, and that one was a really, really nice one with a $79 buy times 200X. I mean, it was, so you can just imagine. And then it literally ran up over 100%, and I had no idea. I checked it, and it was like a bunch of zeros. I was like, what?
Is this real?
Yeah, sometimes you get lucky when, it's just like, when you're playing in the casino, yeah, you're going to win once in a while, but usually the house wins when you're playing like a casino. There's actually a pyramid, and it's in my Discord. Elon, I think you're in the Discord. I think it's in the crypto section. There's a pyramid of the progression of what level you've reached as a trader. And like the first level is like the online casino gambler. Like that's like the lowest level.
Yeah. It's I've got probably 200 or 300 at least 50 to 75 X's that I've done. Total.
Virtual Streamer says, can you look at Vondra? Vondra, is this the chart right here? Is this the one? They launched this week. I'll tell you this right now. If it just launched this week, there's not going to be much TA available. This one says it was March 2022.
Here, I got one for you, TA, bro. Here, I'm gonna give you something first.
All right. Is this the one though? Is this the chart? Virtual streamers. This the right one? Elon Muff, thank you for the money gun, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Metal blockchain. Dude, I gotta look into Metallicus. We were looking at Metallicus yesterday. That looked promising.
I want to find out more about that, Oz.
Yeah, dude.
I have it wrote down. I wasn't able to dig into it today.
It's pretty interesting. Its actual use case when you look into it, and the proofs in the pudding. The more you dive into it, the more you realize the links, what it does. It's legit.
Yeah, it looks legit. Honestly, it looks more promising than XRP from what I've heard. Now, I haven't deep dove into it.
Well, when you chase its use case down and realize, I believe the market cap's it's under 100 million. I know that.
Yeah, low market cap is going to be more reward, right? That's why we're here, right? We don't want to risk, not risk, but like playing blue chips in crypto, right? We're here for volatility, right? So chasing the new shiny thing, I know it seems stupid in the big picture because we're talking about adoption and everything happening right now, but I don't believe adoption is happening right now, but it's a long, lengthy process over time. So I think right now chasing the new shiny thing is what's going to be most lucrative in the meantime. That sentiment will change, but for now, that's where I'm at with it.
See, I have plays that, I'm invested in based on actual research, and then I have other plays that's been mathematical plays. Like I throw $100 at the floor of tons and tons of $3,000 to $5,000 market cap coins. I rode one from 3,300 to $9.8 million in 3 days one time, and I had only sold 1% of it on the way up, and I still had 4%.
Yeah, I'm looking for not necessarily meme coin status low cap, but utility low cap, right? And something that's got some narrative and not too new, but new-ish, you know, that just isn't really doing much. Like Polygon, man. Polygon's like taking off right now. Everyone's talking about Polygon. Man, for the last 8 months, I've been saying, hey guys, Polygon's a sleeper. Find the bottom on this one and get in. It's going to do something big. And here we are. I'm always just too dang early. Let me get a little bit of TA here real quick for this guy. So it looks like we're going to come up right here to about like 159, 158-ish. 157.5 seems about right on this one. Obviously, that's a long-term goal. That could not happen till like April for this one. And, you know, selling may go away, would send it back down. And that would be it. I've never understood what the caps mean and the volume of it. So the volume is the amount of tokens in supply, and the cap is the market cap, the amount of liquidity in the project. So that's like tokenomics. Sorry, man, didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Nope, nothing. Nope.
As far as tokenomics go, Quant is my most bullish on tokenomics.
Yeah, low liquidity, or not low liquidity, but low market cap, low coin supply. Yeah,
and like 99% circulating, and it goes deflationary, and the use case is massive.
And it's RWA, if I'm correct, right? Or am I wrong?
Quant is like, it makes all blockchains interoperable, and also another thing as well, when you get wrapped coins, those smart contracts, there's always flaws inside of those that makes projects just die. There's no need for a wrapped coin with Quant. They make them all intermingle without wrapping and creating smart contracts that have flaws inside of them.
Yeah, it's like in direct competition with Link. Yeah.
Actually, it's really not a direct competition. They both have two different use cases. Like if you was to just pull up a AI and say, hey, what's the difference in use cases between the two? One is DeFi, and well, it's not totally DeFi, but they have different use cases, is the best way to put it. You'd have to just type that in and go search that real quick.
Interesting. Honestly, I think for now, stable coins, man. Everything's going to be focused around stable coins. That's the play right now. And man, I kind of want to just pull this up. Let's just watch it real quick. And I'll show you why. Oh, where is it? Oh, this must be it right here. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Check this guy out. Now, I mean, I've been saying this for a while, but this guy explains it better than I ever could.
The shadow government is exploiting a crypto backdoor to erase the $35 trillion worth of government debt. They just got exposed for cloning your money to pull this off. It all started when the Genius Act got written into law, allowing banks to create stablecoins. See, everybody thought it was just about crypto, but they didn't realize that there's actually government debt tokenized right now on the blockchain as well. So tokenization just means that you could take any asset or liability and turn it into an actual token. So right now what they did is they took the government debt and they made a token version of it. Tokenization of all assets. And you guessed it, BlackRock is the biggest issuer of this tokenized debt. When you combine it with the fact that banks can now create stablecoins legally out of thin air, it gets a little out of control. So this is how the current banking system works. A regular person just deposits money in a bank, and the bank is legally allowed to loan that entire balance out to anybody they want for car loans, house loans, whatever. And the person that takes the loan has to pay the bank back a yield. So the bank profits off of your money. In other words, they give you the innovation of a debit card, and they give you security by insuring your money, so they're allowed to loan it out to as many people as they want. And now they have this innovation, which is stablecoin issuance. If you take your real money, right, and you put it through a product like Tether, Tether takes that real money and actually invests it into government debt. Tether is able to profit off of buying government debt, and you get the stablecoin version to be able to use in crypto for DeFi or whatever you want. And it all starts to come together with this last element of tokenized debt. Remember when I told you that the stablecoin, you could use it for DeFi? Well, there's a lot of people that are taking that stablecoin money and you guessed it, putting it right back into government debt. Here's the proof. There's close to $8 billion being currently invested through tokenized government debt. So you have stablecoin issuers like Tether and all these banks that are about to create stablecoins, putting that money into government debt. And then you have the same people that got the stablecoins putting money into government debt. It's duplicating the money and it's flowing back into government debt. This is insane. The Federal Reserve controls money in the United States. They get to pick the cost of interest rates, which is the cost of borrowing money. When we have a high cost of borrowing money, what happens is banks have to give out expensive loans. So if loans are expensive, nobody wants to take out a loan, right? But if loans are cheap because the Federal Reserve lowers interest rates, then we have a lot more people taking out a lot more loans. See, when people take out a lot of loans, that's a lot of new liquidity in the system. And we see asset prices like crypto and stocks go up a lot. So obviously as an investor, this is like the most important thing and what I've been screaming from the top of my lungs for a long time. Interest rates are dropping, but not only that, this stablecoin duplication hack is also injecting a whole bunch of liquidity. Let me show you. The Bank for International Settlements literally wrote a paper on how crazy this stablecoin liquidity is for government debt. And they came to a conclusion that just through stablecoins buying debt, this is equivalent to the Federal Reserve dropping interest rates by 2 to 2.5 basis points within 10 days. If we have just 10 more tethers, we'll have literally a quarter basis point cut, which is equivalent to Jerome Powell dropping interest rates at the end of this month, which he is doing. So he's dropping interest rates, and we have all these new banks issuing stablecoins that could potentially drive more liquidity, very similar to Jerome Powell dropping interest rates. And see, there's just one problem with this paper here. They didn't consider, again, tokenized debt, which I just told you $8 billion is being purchased by random people in DeFi right now. So just to put it in context for you, this new system is cracked. They have this duplication weird thing in cryptocurrency with stablecoins, banks, and tokenized debt that actually does have a significant role in injecting liquidity into risk-on assets, aka the market's gonna pump. The elite are putting money in weird ways we have never seen before in the market. The shadow.
All right, there it is. Have you guys seen that video yet? Has anybody seen it before? Understand what's going on here? This is how they're erasing the debt and they're lowering, basically changing the yield curve. No one.
No, I did it.
Yeah.
Sorry, you was up now. What now?
But they're basically fixing the yield curve with stable coins.
Yeah. So another thing is, so like, let's say the government, when they go to pay their employees, they could create a stable coin and buy a bond, and that bond goes towards the debt and they're paying out. So they just, when they paid their employee, they're actually taking away the debt and creating a stable coin with it in a short-term bond.
Yeah. And it seems like it's the play. Stable coins seems to be the push. The question is what is the use for a native token? Because obviously, like, yeah, we're going to need facilitation and transfer, gas fees, things like that, right? Paying of fees for transferring from one stable coin to another, right? But are we getting played with this native token idea? Because like to me, like let's talk about adoption, right? Adoption, real world use case. Do you want to get paid in XRP when it's at $4 or $5 and it's about to come down to $1?
You wouldn't be paid in XRP. You would be paid in RLUSD, which is pegged at $1.
Exactly. So it seems like stable coins is the play. XRP kind of runs in the background, right? But it doesn't.
Yeah, because you're going to see like how there's RLUSD. So basically in the background, like a dollar bill that you have in your hand, that's a tokenized version of liquidity. That dollar's not. You can't use that dollar to actually create a dollar. It's not gold. It's just tokenizing the value of money that used to be. Well, it used to be gold back, so it used to be a token of a piece of gold sitting inside of the reserve.
So XRP is the liquidity pool to facilitate the fast transaction.
Correct. So let's say, for example, you need to pay someone in China, and you're going to see this in the future. You're going to see RL Yuan, RL Peso, RL Ruble, and you need to send them value. When you send them RLUSD, it goes through XRP and comes out the other side as a RLU1. But the actual stable coin that you're holding doesn't actually have any value. The liquidity, it represents a dollar or it represents a yuan, but the liquidity is actually inside of XRP. And that's why they call it liquid.
Right. So let's say that that's adoption. We can agree that that's probably how this is all going to work, right? Obviously, we're still kind of speculating it. They could come out with new technology tomorrow that just underwrites everything we're about to say. But speculating that that's what's going to happen, that's the play right now, right? How does that affect the price of XRP, right? So,
I think it locks it up.
Yeah, that's what I think. Even if $1 quadrillion is flowing through XRP, it doesn't really affect the price because it's in and it's out of it like instantaneously.
Not so. If you're sitting there holding a RLUSD in your wallet and you have $1 million worth of RLUSD, the liquidity isn't the RLUSD. You're just holding a token that represents that liquidity, and the liquidity is in XRP.
Right. But XRP is getting its value from the people that hold XRP and keep their liquidity in it, and that liquidity
or the stable coin.
Right. And then whatever we're holding in XRP, that liquidity is what's facilitating the transfers and why it moves so quickly, because it's an intermedium between that transfer, right? So it doesn't really matter how many transactions, how fast, burn rate, anything. That's not what affects price with XRP. What affects the price is who's willing to buy it at what price and how long they're willing to hold it.
Yeah, and that's one of the things too, is like that day, I believe it was October 10th, and the market cap of XRP dropped 30 or 40 billion dollars. They said that there was actually only $1 or $2 billion worth of outflow that caused that 30 or 40 billion dollar drop. So it also has to do with the velocity. So I don't know if you've ever watched the video, maybe like Zach Richter's market cap multiplier video.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's always really interesting because there's been many a times, because if you actually watch the inflow, they said that like $200 or $300 million worth of inflow comes in, but the market cap rises 10 or 12 billion dollars.
Yeah. There's no proof of a multiplier though. And there's no mathing in it. So yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's not real, bro.
Well, I mean, I got you. It's just like, for example, I've launched coins myself, okay? I've launched a meme coin, and I bought $1,000 worth at the floor, and the market cap shot up to $15,000. And then I add another $200, and it goes from $15,000 to $19,000. It's the same with every other coin if you ever watch the inflows, because you can watch the inflows by watching the actual liquidity flows and buys. Those can be tracked.
Someone help me out here, because someone chime in, because I'm just not buying it. Like I've looked into the market cap multiplier, and what I've found is it's a pipe dream. So like give me some kind of valid evidence, because I've had a lot of people come on the show and I'm like, show it to me in black and white. Show me the math, right? Prove it to me. And I will scream it to high heaven. But so far, no one's been able to actually bring anything to me that's tangible. Like, we can all say and talk and speculate, but dude, if you can give me something valid that I can look into, I'll jump on board with you, man. I want to believe. I tell people this all the time. I want to believe it because that means we're making money, right? We want to make money. That's why we're here, right? So like, show it to me on paper, bro. Like, and I'll scream it to high heaven. But no one's.
I've done all kinds of testing before. So I literally coded a coin before, and I stuck 90% of it in a wallet, or actually, I stuck 99% of it in a wallet. I put 1% on the exchange, and I spent a few $100s on that coin from absolutely nothing, and ran the market cap up to $600,000 with only $500 worth of liquidity.
Wait, is someone else talking? Was that you, Black? We can barely hear you, bro.
Hear me now?
Barely. Your volume might be down because I got all your guys' volume up. But to what G-Rod was saying on render, he's like, render's dropping. It's good, bro. Look it. It's respecting the trend line, and we're wicking up here. So just calm down. Hold on to your britches, bro. We're going up.
Get the 500X going.
Can you hear me now?
Trust the process, bro. Trust the TA. It's never going to work out perfectly. It's not going to do exactly as I say, but it is going to move that direction. All right? You good, bro? Do you need me to talk you down some more? Trust the process, bro.
I just watched this back.
I know it's scary, bro, but like, look, that's
So
just a liquidity sweep.
One way to do this, go check this out. Go open up Fartcoin in CoinMarketCap and look at the market cap of it, and then go look at the liquidity. So when the market cap of Fartcoin was $1 billion, there was roughly like $4 or $5 million worth of actual liquidity in it.
Facts.
That means if one person sold $1 million, that coin would drop 20%. So it goes both ways. So it goes going down and it goes going up. So there's your market cap multiplier just right there. The proof's in the pudding. If you're sitting there at a $1 billion market cap and there's only $10 million in liquidity, and Bob comes in and buys $1 million worth of the coin, the market cap's not going to go to it's not going to go up.
But isn't that the purpose of why Ripple holds, 44% of the 42% of the supply, is to keep that from happening, and that's why they release it?
But here's the kicker of that, though. Those are not circulating coins, though. Those coins are not circulating. They're not counting. They're not holding the stability of the project. I've been in projects before, like meme coin project. I know this doesn't, where the liquidity is really low. Okay, like I told you before, I spent $300 and bought 6% of a project one time, and at $3,500 market cap, and that coin ran to almost $10 million. Okay, my wallet was $700,000. I was not going to do it, but I went to go hit sell, and I was only going to be able to extract $65,000 to $70,000 out of that project, even though it's because the liquidity was not there. Now, my $65,000 sell would have took that project from a $9 million market cap all the way down to a $4 or $5 million market cap, because the liquidity, like if the coin has 1% liquidity, the market cap is like 100x. Like the market cap multiplier is like 100x. If you got 50% liquidity and you have 1% of the coin and you sell 1% of the coin, that 1% is going to probably drop that project, because according to you, if there was no market cap multiplier, if I sold 1% of the value of the whole coin, then the coin would only drop 1%. But since there is a market cap multiplier, if it's a $10 million project and I sell $1 million, like that coin's going to zero, because there ain't even $1 million worth of liquidity. You can see that all day on these projects. And it does the same thing going the opposite way.
But
so
isn't it also the higher the market cap is, the less that fluctuates? The less?
No, not necessarily. It matters on the liquidity rate. So if you look at a project and it has $1 billion market cap, but it's got $500 million in liquidity, then you literally got half. It's literally 50% liquidity. If somebody come along and they sold $1 million of a $100 million project,
it's nothing.
And it had a $50 million. It had a $50 million worth of liquidity. That $1 million isn't going to drop that thing but 3 or 4%. But if the liquidity rate is only 1 or 2% on $100 million project, and there's only $2 million worth of liquidity, you got to realize that that liquidity is not even, if it says there's $2 million worth of liquidity on a $100 million project, that there's actually not even $2 million worth of liquidity, because there's $2 million worth of liquidity in that pair. So if it's Solana slash poo poo in you, there's $1 million worth of poo poo in you, and there's $1 million worth of Solana. It's half and half. Those liquidity pairs represent half of that liquidity. So if a market cap is $100 million and it only has $1 million worth of liquidity, or $2 million, if I'm just going to go ahead and say $2 million worth of liquidity, if somebody tried to sell $1 million, they'd send that coin into they'd bury it.
Right.
And they probably wouldn't even extract $400,000 or $500,000, and before they could even sell it and get out of it, they'd lose 70% of the value of their bag.
So let's say that that's true. All right. Then how does XRP get this massive multiple X multiplier happen to it? Where's the
okay? So that's like
from?
for the examples. If you
Where's
watch the videos,
from?
Okay, so let's say everybody, like on the news, all of a sudden somebody starts talking about XRP, and everybody and their dog starts buying. The velocity of people buying is so much more than the velocity of the people selling. So you could literally, and I've seen it happen so many times, somebody says something about XRP, 7, 8, 10, $20 million worth of inflows happen in a day or two, or in half a day, and the market cap's not going up 10, 20, 40, 50 million. It's going up 10 or 15 billion.
But this is the issue, though, is the inflows are outflowing instantaneously. So the money's not sitting in there long enough to do anything.
Well, it depends on the velocity, because if hardly anyone's selling, but everybody's buying, if there's a small percent, because that's what usually happens, it goes down and it goes down, and the bears finally give up and they quit selling. Like, no one's like, okay, like you finally get to the people that are like, I'm holding, I'm not selling, and there's no one left to sell. There's not very many people selling, and then all of a sudden people's like, hey, it's the bottom. Well, those sellers ain't selling no more. So now as everybody starts to buy, and then it starts to move, and all those people that sold and sold and sold are like, oh, I better hurry up and buy. And then you've got more buyers, way more buyers than you got sellers. And then you got, like I said, you get 10, 20, 30, $40 million worth of inflows coming in a matter of 4 or 5 hours. The market cap's not going up 10, 12, 20 million. That's like a penny. Like $50 million is like 3 or 4 cents to XRP. That's it, 2 cents. But that's if it was 1-to-1, but it's not 1-to-1. If you see a 20 or $30 million inflow in XRP in 20 or 30 minutes, you're going to watch the market cap rise 10 billion, 5 billion. You're going to watch that coin jump up 15, 20 cents in a matter of 6 hours or so.
Okay, so let's just for instance, because I'm trying to entertain your idea here. So let's say that happens. People start, it hits the bottom, it has nowhere to go but up. People start FOMOing into it, and then now institutions are putting money through it. All right. The money going through it is not what's affecting the price. You already agreed with me earlier on that.
Yeah, like if I send you, for example, like if I know your wallet address and I send you $100 million worth of XRP, that's not going to affect the price of XRP at all. It's not going to do nothing for it.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Even a quadrillion dollars isn't what's going to affect
it. Doesn't matter what I send you. It's not going to do nothing for it, because it has to be on the exchange. So that's what's going on with all the institutions. Okay. If you go and you hunt down, they call them dark pools. So what they're doing,
dark pools are.
Yeah. So they're buying from dark pools. That's why when the price goes down. So what they're doing is they go in on these exchanges. They put in buy orders down low, like 75 cents lower than it is right now, and then the market makers go hunt down that liquidity, and then when they get down there, that's when they start buying. If they're not buying from dark pools. because they have the money to drag it down there. Because that's market makers always going to chase the money. Like, they're always going to go after the money every time.
Let's just say you're right.
Do me. Have you ever watched? There's a video called.
I know what I'm
Okay.
trying to. This is my point: is where's that liquidity coming from? That's creating this FOMO and whatever. Because pretty much XRP is topped. The people that are buying it are buying it. That's it. Maybe down the road, another 10% of the world's population will start to get into crypto in a decade or two. So
I don't think so. I mean, honestly, I honestly feel like it's coming. I feel like it's just going to be a matter of time that Granny's going to pull up to the gas station. She's going to swipe her card. She has no idea what crypto is, and in the background, there's instantaneous settlement inside of the banks. Instead of the gas station having to batch all of the receipts at the end of the day to save themselves for money, they're going to get instantaneous settlement as soon as she swipes her card, and she's not going to know nothing that's going on in the background, and it's going to be the banks that are using blockchain to make instantaneous settlement. That's how I feel this is going to end up.
Granny is not going to be using XRP. I'll tell you that.
No, Granny's going to swipe her card, her regular card.
Hold on. Yeah, you're just repeating yourself now. Just hold on. Granny is not going to be using this technology. They are going to, first of all, the people of that time frame, that era, the boomers, grandma, grandpa, all that, they are very anti digital currency. Okay,
absolutely.
99% of them think it's a scam, or they.
I think you misread me, bro. I think you misread me. Here's the kicker: she's gonna swipe her card, and she is going to use the money that's in her account, and she's not really realizing that the money in her account is actually a stable coin. And when she swipes her card, the rails in the background are going to be instantaneously settling her transaction. She don't like crypto, but it don't make a dang difference, because when she swipes her card, whether she knows it or not, that's what's going to be settling the transactions in the background when the banks are using it.
But why would Granny be using XRP if it's for instance?
She would. That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Is she's not actually into her head. She thinks she's just paying $13 for a gallon for gas. She's just swiping her card and spending the money in her bank account. That's all she's doing. But when she does that, unknowings to her and unknowings to all these other 95% of the people out there that you're speaking about, they're not going to realize that their transactions are no longer being settled on a SWIFT system that takes 1%, 2%, 3% of the transaction fee, and they can't settle it during only business hours. They got to settle it the next morning. They're not going to get paid the next day. What's going to happen is, in the background, unknowings to 99% of the people out there, they're going to swipe their card. They're going to get instantaneous settlement. You're going to go to Walmart. You're going to swipe your card. You're going to buy a set of overalls, and the money's going to come instantaneously off your card and go instantaneously into their account via blockchain in the background.
All right. My turn. All right. Now, this is entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. Do I believe this? Possibly. And I kind of lean this direction, but it's also mildly like, let's just entertain this thought for a minute. Let's be open-minded, right? Right now, I can use PayPal. I can send money to my PayPal account where the liquidity sits, right? And if I transact with somebody from PayPal to PayPal anywhere in the world, I can transfer them money instantaneously right now.
Correct, PayPal. You can, but here's the thing: I have to trust PayPal, and you have to trust.
I'm just saying, like, what's
exactly? I can tell you that right now. I trust PayPal, and you trust PayPal to be an intermediary between you and I. That means I've got my money on PayPal, so I trust PayPal. You've got money on PayPal, so you trust PayPal. The PayPal is actually hosting as an intermediary between those two. What's going to happen when Bank A in Arkansas needs to send Bank B in Canada $2 million? You think they're going to trust PayPal? You got to go on blockchain where There is no intermediary.
So I have bought through PayPal, okay, from people who are in Canada, Australia, UK, different items, and paid through PayPal instantaneously, because PayPal is one whole network. It doesn't matter that there's borders or transfers or whatever. PayPal is the intermediary. There were no fees at all. Instantaneous transaction. So I'm just saying, is what is the point? What do we need native tokens for and cryptocurrency and all this stuff for if we're basically already having it? Basically what I'm trying to say is, I think adoption already happened. I think we're already using digital currency, and we're seeing, and it's operating in the background without us knowing it. That's what I believe adoption is when people are using crypto and they don't even know it. I think that's where
We've been using a form of digital currency, but the thing is that you can't actually transfer value between point A and point B and make it disappear off the computer system. That's the issue. A bank in Oklahoma can't send $10 million to a bank in Arkansas without there being some intermediary that is settling that transaction. You may trust PayPal.
PayPal is literally does that, where
that takes two people trusting an intermediary. That's what's wrong with the SWIFT system right now.
That's the same thing as two people trusting XRP, two different banks trusting Ripple, right?
Okay, let's just
same thing.
Please hear me out for just one second.
I'm listening.
Okay, so I got $100 million and I need to buy 30,000 barrels of oil to China. Okay, when that transaction happens, okay, you got Nostro Vostro accounts, you've got intermediaries like JP Morgan and all these handling your transactions at 3 and 4%. The actual settlement time on those things are multiple days long. Okay, it costs them, like, just for example, if I want to send $1 million to China today, there's a 3% fee to swap from US dollars to yuan, and it takes like 3 to 5 days for the transaction to settle. Don't you think an institution would want to settle that in 3 to 5 seconds for a quarter or 25 cents or less?
Well, hear me out, and then I'm going to address the chat. So PayPal does it for free, no cost whatsoever, and it's instantaneous, within a second. So it's faster. But I want to look at this. So right here it says, I stopped using PayPal when they seized the money that was donated to the truckers' strike in Canada. Totally get that.
That's another reason right there, is because your money's regulated and they can control it.
I agree. However, are you really naive enough to think that is the direction they're headed with crypto, is to give us freedom or control? They're headed towards control. And with the Clarity Act, the way it's written right now, it is the foundation of moving towards control. Unless we can take it to the Senate and have it rewritten. Now, the Boozman-Booker draft has been written, okay? And if we can add that to the Clarity Act, now we're talking about having some security for the investors and not the institution. The way the Clarity Act is written right now, it takes all security away from the investor and the consumer and puts all the security on to the institution, right? Which
Correct.
is basically the system we have now, where the banks can fuck up and do whatever they want, and then we bail them out. Okay?
Yeah, and it's basically programmable money. That's the thing. Like, for example, if you got $1 million quant in your cold wallet, the government can't come and take it. Now, if it's on an exchange, they can. If you want to send it to someone else, you can, and they can't stop you. But if you have programmable money, that programmable money can be built on top of that blockchain, and then from there it can be regulated. You could tell all the people in China, you can have only up to $10,000. You can't ever save over $10,000, and you can't spend any money outside of your county in your state. That you cannot spend it past there. And if you try to spend money outside of that county, you can't. Whereas XRP, you can't. But here's the kicker: you can build that currency on top of the blockchain XRP. You can build it on top of the APIs inside of the quant network, somebody can send quant and no one can stop them. Somebody can send XRP and no one can stop them. But if you build programmable money on top of those blockchains inherently with the smart contracts together, at that point you can say this wallet cannot hold more than 1,000 XRP, or I'm sorry, $1,000 worth of RLUSD or $1,000 worth of any other currency, and it can't make any transactions over $10,000. And if it ever gets over this much amount, you can't ever get over $10,000 in a wallet.
All right.
In other words, if you have 9,500, yeah, go ahead.
All right. So the Bank Security Act, BSA, now changes here in 2026. They pushed it out like a month or two, but it's supposed to be enacted. It's been in act since 1970. Ripple is applying to be a bank, and cryptocurrency falls under the BSA Act. Okay, which means that any transaction over $600 can be monitored and controlled by the U.S. government. So what about crypto tells you that you are going to have full control and they're not going to be able to stop you, and there's anything different than what PayPal's doing? It's the same thing with different letters and names, bro. Nothing's different.
Okay, it's like one way to look at it is imagine you investing into PayPal a long time ago when PayPal wasn't worth anything, and now your bags are worth a ton. And, like people that are on top that are actually inside transferring money across can only send up to $800 at a time. I don't even know what the rules are, to be honest with you. But that's the thing, is the technology is built on top of the blockchain. The base version of that blockchain, nobody can stop you. There is nothing that they can do ever in the future that's going to stop me from sending someone $1 million worth of XRP. Now, if they build...
yes, they will. I guarantee you right now.
You're telling you right now that they can go inside of people's wallets and that they can just take millions of dollars when you're not on an exchange?
Not yet.
Now, but they're going to have... The only way that they would ever...
Hold on.
The only way they'd ever be able to do that.
Don't make me ruggy, bro. Just listen to me for a second, okay? Right now, that's not the case. But we are marching in lockstep in that direction, all in the name of pumping our bags right now, is what I'm trying to say. That's the goal. If you think that crypto was originally invented to be about decentralization and control of our own finances and without regulation. But we are marching in lockstep towards regulation, institutional control, government regulation. Okay? It's a slippery slope. Once you start going, the idea was that we were supposed to regulate ourselves and our own finances without anybody coming in to give clarity, because we want institutions in on this so that we can pump our bags. No. The idea was to keep the institutions out of it, to keep the government out of it so that we could manage our own money where no one could touch it. But we are marching towards, now, obviously right now, if you got something, whatever, it's pretty much safe. That's going to go out the window soon. And if we continue on the path that we're headed now, say goodbye to decentralization, say goodbye to control of our finances, say goodbye to all of it. It'll be full control, cashless society, and that'll be it. They'll literally tell you what you can spend your money on, where you can spend it, and for when and however and how long, and they may even potentially make it to where you're capped at how much at what time.
I agree, and that's going to be built on that blockchain. Like, that is literally what programmable money, like Quant Network, being used to tokenize the sterling deposits inside of European countries and all of that. You can build a currency system on top of that blockchain, and you can regulate that stable coin and say Bob can't have more than $10,000 in a wallet. Bob can't spend that money outside of his zone. If he leaves the state without permission, he can't spend this money. We're going to lock his account up. He can't do anything. So now here you got a guy that can't send anything out of these wallets. Now, these wallets aren't cold wallets. These wallets are government wallets that they have full control of. These are not you have your own keys, your own crypto. We're talking like a bank. Your money's in the bank, it ain't your money. You don't pay your child support, they're going to come take it. You don't do this, they're going to come do that. You don't pay your child support and you have $100 million worth of crypto on a cold wallet, unless they got a quantum computer and 750,000 years to hack your account, they're never going to get that money, and you can die with it in there. There ain't nothing they can do about it.
As of right now, what they'll have is they'll have,
I'm going to fire up a quantum computer to take your money.
No, what they'll do is like here in California, if you have a wallet that's inactive for what's like 2 or 3 years, the state seizes those funds
On a exchange. That's
Right.
not a wallet. That's not even a wallet. The
No,
thing
that's
is all of that
wallets too, bro. If you have a
No.
wallet
No.
inactive, they can
No.
seize those funds. Don't.
I promise you no. I promise you
Cold
no.
wallet, you can't hack cold wallets off
So-
chain.
As far as my concern is that they can seize that wallet. And so if you are a bad actor and you're in trouble, they'll just lock you up for 3 years and then seize your wallet.
Okay, if the technology was out there right now for people to use quantum computing and hack SHA 256 wallets, then Bitcoin would be at zero right now, because everybody and their dog would be hacking stuff. You got people like, I can't even remember the girl's name, the rapping girl that stole $500-600 million off of an exchange back in 2014, and that money still to this day stuck off in a wallet and they can't access it. There's people, I think 13 to 18% of Bitcoin right now is inside of wallets that they can't access. Don't you think the government would be accessing those wallets? Now, if it's on an exchange, that's a different story. But unless they can, there's not even quantum computing that even exists right now that they can hack all of the crypto wallets. Like it's not even possible. Like you'd have to, like you could go right now on AI and say, how hard would it be to crack a 24 word wallet? And they would literally say that it would take 500 years with the most powerful processing computer that even exists right now.
So self-custody moves assets off exchange in your own hardware software wallet where you hold the private keys. So it seems like you are correct there. It was my understanding that it was a different case. However, the vision I have for the future is not tomorrow. I'm talking 20 to 50 years down the road. When quantum computing does exist, AI is running exponentially faster and is growing faster. We're going to have quantum computers that are, going to be built and ran by AI within the next 10 years. And then those are going to grow exponentially faster. They say the timeline for quantum computers is, 50 years, 100 years down the road. I believe that with AI technology, it's going to go faster. Everything's going to be accelerated over the next 10-year timeline, because AI is now in the United States completely unregulated for the next 10 years.
We talked about this in the past, and you kind of busted my balls when I said the word Bretton Woods 3.0. And it's another one of those things that I promise you, if you go diving into it, you'll be coming back tomorrow going, well, you were right.
Well, I don't begin to say I know everything, right? But I understand the big picture here is, so maybe they can't take your wallet. What they can do is they will take your freedom. They'll just lock you up if you don't give up your keys. They'll put you in front of the wall and have the firing squad come around. And they'll just lock up those tokens forever, and they hold the balance. It's just going to raise they get it one way or another.
I mean, yeah, I get you. What they can do is, so let's say I got $10 million worth of XRP in my wallet, and they can lock up where I bought the XRP. They can go to Uphold and say, hey, this guy used Uphold, and boop, shut my account down. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm going to use MEXC. Boop, I create an account, try to attach it to my bank. They realize what I'm doing. They shut that account down. they can stop me from the off rails of getting out of that money. But if you're over here and you got a Ferrari and I want the Ferrari, I can just send you $180,000 worth of XRP. They cannot stop that. They can't stop that.
They can take your freedom, though. They can lock you up. That's what they can do.
I mean, you can go look in the BRICS partners right now. You can chase all of the BRICS central banking system and already see the Ripple partnerships. If you chase that down, there's 1,600 NDAs. Obviously, you can't search NDAs, but you can hunt down the technology. You can find the 1988 patents.
I have an NDA with Ripple. So that tells me nothing. Literally every audio guy that's ever worked on a panel for them has an NDA. So 1,600 NDAs is nothing to me. That's normal business operation. Let's open up the floor to Tristan. Tristan?
Hi, Tristan. Hi, Oz. Yeah. How are you? Good
What's
to
up,
talk
buddy?
to you again.
Hey, yeah, we're kind of monopolized the conversation here. I want to open it up to you.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt, so I was just letting you guys have your back and forth there. But just to make a point there on, so some of the exchange, well, all of the exchanges now. So KYC is an important part of this conversation. So everybody that's joining an exchange at the moment has to pass the KYC on most exchanges. Yeah.
And for the noobs here, KYC is know your customer. You have to input your information, upload your ID, that stuff. Go ahead.
Sure. And in certain countries, like the UK and European countries at the moment, they have already capped how much crypto you can buy on the exchanges. So say, for example, in the UK, the maximum amount of crypto you can hold on an exchange is, I believe it's 10,000 British pounds. And for an individual, and it's something like 10 million for a financial institution, you know. So that those caps already exist in some of the European countries. And the last time I was on your panel, I was talking to you about MiCA. You might remember it's the European version of the Clarity Act. It's the regulation that already exists for the cryptocurrency space. So there are limitations already in play in certain countries for how much crypto you can have.
And they're only going to tighten it. They're only going to tighten those regulations.
I agree. And when the Clarity Act does eventually get passed, I believe it's going to be the same in the US as well. That will happen, you know.
Well, that's why I'm pushing with Stand With Crypto. I don't know if you guys know who Stand With Crypto is. I'm working directly with them. They're on Coinbase. I'm educating them in what they're pushing. I literally had a meeting with the president of Stand With Crypto about a month ago and the VP day before yesterday. All right, here on the live stream, and they don't even know what the Boozman Booker draft is. So that's why I'm plugged in. I'm trying to educate the people that they want the same things we want. They're just not as educated as we are. Everyone in this
the John Boozman Act is a very important part of the Clarity Act that's been established at the moment. Yeah, and I've read the Booker Act. Yeah.
Yeah. So and that gives us the clarity that we want, right, for institutions, and it also gives us the protections as the consumer, the investor. That's what we want, right? And then we can we need to build the right foundation here. And basically, Elon Musk, this is mostly directed to you, but it's also directed to everyone. The idea of me saying these things, I understand that you can disprove everything that I say or whatever. The idea is to get you to start thinking critically, to get you to start questioning everything around you, to start understanding that these are tools for control in the long run. And if we do it right and we come together as a community, we can make them tools for freedom. We can beat them at their own game. And the time is now. We are literally going into the primaries here in the US. This is the time where you can actually pick up the phone, make a phone call, and talk to your rep, talk to your senator, and tell them what you want. Tell them, hey, we want the Boozman-Booker draft added to the Clarity Act. Now's the time to do it. All you have to do is go into Google. Now you can go to Stand with Crypto, and they've got a pre-typed out thing, but all it does is say, we want the Clarity Act. That's not what we want. We want the Boozman-Booker draft, right? Take the extra initiative step, right? That's why I'm trying to work with Stand with Crypto so that we can amend that letter that they're having people sign and put out. Just go, how do I contact my state rep? And they're the first site that comes here. All right. I'm in California, but you can put your street address, city, zip code. Okay. And it'll give you the information. You can write a letter. It'll give you their phone number. All right. And you can push for these things. All right. So I'm calling the community, and I'm calling all creators to start pushing this information and educate your people on the Boozman-Booker draft. Okay. The whole point of the conversation, Elon, I'm hyperbolic, bro. That's what I do. It's social media's rage bait, buddy. We had 4 people watching when you got here. Now we've got 40. That's the idea, is to get us talking. Okay. So don't get all, agitated with me. All right, buddy. Know that we're all on the same team here. We're all about educating each other.
Absolutely, bro. Have you ever looked at rwa.xyz by chance?
I have not, but we can pull it up real quick.
So it shows the live tokenization stack of tokenization of assets. So that's where you'll start learning about the Canton network. Have you heard about Canton CC yet?
I have it. That's the talk of the town right now. Everybody's talking about Canton right now.
So one of the first people that broke Canton network was Maximus Crypto, as far as I know, off in one of his paid things. As far as I know, I was one of the first people to locate Canton network inside of RWA. You can hunt it down. It's pretty interesting. You can watch the actual inflow of tokenization and watch like what currencies are built upon those tokenization. And there's a graph on there that's pretty interesting.
This one right here, right? This is what you're talking about, the graph?
Yes, sir. Yeah, now you can start clicking around the top and you can start seeing what's built on what, like how much is on Ethereum, how much is on the Canton network, how much of it is a stable coin, and everything else.
Interesting. All right, walk me through something here. Let's pull something up. Stable coins. Let's look at, I guess, Tether, right? Actually, let's go back. Let's look at Circle. Where'd that go? Stable coins, Circle. Look at that. Circle's got its own stable coin. All right, so what am I supposed to be looking at here? The average, you got to remember, the average person watching the show has no idea what we're looking for.
So you got to remember that every dollar that is a stable coin, according to, I believe, whatever act it was that Trump passed, has to be backed by an actual dollar in a reserve or a tokenized bond. Okay, so if there's a dollar stable coin that exists, then in the background there's a tokenized bond that backs that stable coin. That's what happens when we print money, is they create bonds and then they print money for those bonds. It's the same way with stable coins. When a stable coin is out there floating, it's just like a dollar out there floating. You got a dollar in your hand, it's backed by a bond. You've got a $1 stable coin, it's also backed by a utility bond. So what happens is as those stable coins are created, there's more bonds being created, and those stable coins are getting 3 and 4% APY. So what happens in that case is holding US debt becomes something somebody wants. If you can gain 3 or 4% instead of putting it in a bank and gaining 0.25% over a year, if you can gain 4%, 3,
Right.
4, 5% on a stable coin, then that's going to influence you to buy government debt in a version of a stable coin.
And
when you
that's
do that,
literally the video we just watched earlier, right? So they want us to buy stable coins, hold them, earn that APY, and then they're just Tether's taking it and turning around and buying US Treasuries. And that's everything we were just talking about. 100%. So I agree with you.
So now you get to see it in action. It's kind of cool watching that chart, looking at this year and this year and this year, and then boom, all of a sudden in the last year and a half, it's just exploded. That's what if you're clicking around at the top over there on that RWA.xyz, I would save that because it's a pretty
it's in my computer now. It's not going anywhere. I'm gonna dive into that some more. So
you'll click around and you'll find Canton Network,
quick.
and that's what you're going to find that it's tokenized like $300 billion or something like that already.
So let's talk about the logistics of this. How do they force people to onboard into stablecoins? Because that's what they need people to do. Most people are invested into native tokens, right? So let's understand how obviously the government wants us to shift from native tokens into stable coins. How do they do that? By crashing the market.
Yeah, and see, that's another thing. Like the banks, for example, you put $100,000 in the bank loans 90,000 out, 95,000 out to someone else on a piece of paper. You go to pick up $100,000. The bank tells you, I can only give you 10 today, and if you wait here 4 or 5 hours, we're going to go collect 90 grand from these other 3 or 4 banks and pay you, but they're going to try to pay you in a cashier's check. That's the thing with, oh my gosh, I'm going blank on the name of it, but as far as actual currency that exists, let's say there's 5 quadrillion worth of dollars out there. I'm sure there's more, obviously. In all reality, there's way, way, way less actual liquidity there. That's what happens with the bank runs. When people run on banks, you got if 1% of the people go right now to the banks and say they want their money out of the bank, there will be no more money in the bank.
Absolutely.
But on stablecoins, you don't have that problem. You don't have that problem with stablecoins. So why would you hold your money
there's
inside
a story,
of the bank?
Before we had internet and telephones and stuff like that, right? There was a guy that went to a bank. I forget where it was or whatever, but basically he went to the bank and they didn't have any money, and they sent out like a message to the other bank, like not to give out any more money. So he jumped on horseback and rode to the next town to the bank before the message got there and was able to get all of his money out of the bank. We don't have that anymore. It's instantaneous, right? But back to what I'm saying here is, and this is what I've been telling everybody, is more than likely they're going to crash these markets. It's the fourth turning. If you know anything about it, everything in the world, in the charts, society works in cycles. And the fourth turning is a cycle of great turmoil. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men create hard times. We are in the hard times right now. And that cycle ends around 2028, right? So in my opinion, I believe that they're going to be either dumping the market, crashing it, or running it sideways. So if that's the case, and that's the play that's happening here, and they want people to stable coin up, why would you hold a coin like XRP, Cardano, Bitcoin, when you could literally stable coin up, take no risk, 4% APY, right? And then in a few years, once the market's bottomed out and we know we're either in the crab market or we're at the bottom, then buy and deploy. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. So let's just say this. Let's say that something happens inside of the government, and they're basically saying the banks don't have money. The banks don't have money, and let's just say it's Saturday at 1 o'clock, and everybody runs and they empty the ATMs out. There's nothing in the ATMs. Now everybody's like biting at the chomp Monday morning, sitting outside of the bank because they want to get their money out before everyone else does. Me, on Sunday night, I went and bought all stables. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done spent everything in my bank, attached my card, bought stables with it. I'm good. Like, I'd rather draw 4% APY anyway. I only keep enough money. And
you know what I'm doing right now? Because you've seen the price of gold, silver, copper, nickel is next. Okay. Any metal, right? So we can all agree that we're moving towards a cashless society, correct? Everybody here agrees with that sentiment. We're moving cashless.
Yeah, or tokenized versions of things.
How do you get rid of all the money, right? The paper's just paper. But the change, the coins have value because they are made of metal. Even the shit coins that are coming out right now that they're making, the zinc has value.
That's right? Why they're ending pennies, because it takes 3 cents to make a penny.
They're remaking pennies now. They actually changed that because there's such a penny shortage right now that they started production again. But for me, I'm taking cash because me personally, right? I made my money in crypto. I'm pretty much out of it. I'm looking for real world assets, not tokenized real world assets, but real world assets to hold. So I'm buying land. Don't buy Lambos, buy land, bros. I'm buying land, property. I own a silver mine. I'm buying classic cars, and I'm taking my cash, and when I go to places and I find a rare coin, right? Silver or something, whatever, I buy all their change, right? So I give them $20 and I buy all their dimes and their quarters or whatever, or I buy a few rolls from them. And then I even go to the bank and I'll cash out $100 into coins. And I'm stacking up coins because the reason why they are raising the price of all these precious metals is because that's the first way to phase out coins. They're going to get you to get all your coins together, and it's going to be more lucrative for you to melt them down yourself and sell them as a bar than they are as change. And that's where we're headed. They want you to melt it down for them.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing is too, like if you go back in history and you look at how much actual money is actually flowing, we're already at a 97% digital currency right now. It's just it's not blockchain based yet, and it's failing. Like that, they have to change the way that they're moving currency from one place to another. They have to transfer because it's taking time. It's not backed by anything anymore since 1971 when it was since they took us off the gold reserve or the whatever in 1971 when Nixon took us off of it. I feel like we're going to go to a commodity backed. So you're going to be able to hold, hey, I'm holding a stable coin that's backed by silver. Hey, I'm holding stable coins backed by gold or oil or energy or whatever it may be.
Yeah. And that's where I'm at is I think we should, in this phase, an era of adoption, right? The adoption phase of crypto, you should be more focused on turning your crypto into a way to earn liquidity, collateral, money, whatever you want to call it, fiat, to exchange for real world assets that you can then tokenize. Be the owner of the tokenized asset, not the owner of the tokenization of the asset. That's the goal here, because that's what adoption will really pay off, are the people that actually own something. So we should be focused right now on turning our fiat into a real world asset that in turn can be tokenized later on down the road, because those are going to be the real players in this game. It's not going to be the people holding all the tokenized assets. It's going to be the people holding all the assets that are tokenized. Do you understand?
Yo, host.
Yo, what's up, buddy?
Yo, did you see that video
Hey, that's a
of
nice
that?
dress you got on there, buddy.
Yeah,
Looking
did you
good.
see that Did you see that video of that Russian finance minister accusing Trump of trying to devaluate the 36 trillion in debt using stablecoins?
I did not, but you know what? Join the Discord, and you can post that in one of the sections on Discord. And I take a look at all those stuff, and I cover them here on the show. So if you're not in the Discord yet, click the link in my bio and get plugged in, because we got a lot going on in there, all kinds of stuff. And we have a whole section for news and rabbit hole stories or whatever it may be. There's a section where you can put that in there. And I look at everything.
That's what that come out about 2 or 3 months ago. And that's basically, they accused Trump of doing what I was saying a minute ago, where they're going to create where people want to own U.S. debt, because right now everybody's selling U.S. debt. China's dumping debt. Everybody's dumping debt because they don't trust the dollar.
Well, that's because of Japan.
They're trying to create a vacuum.
Japan stopped buying treasuries, right? So because of that, that's what's happening. But as long with that happening is all that's doing is driving people into stable coins, which is going to be then turned around into buying treasuries, like we were talking about earlier. So over time, yeah, it's going to be great. It looks bad right now, but it's, like I said, it's the fourth turning. We've got like a few years left of hardship, right? They're 20-year segments. For the last 20 years, we have been in trash, turmoil economically, right? Would you agree? 2008 to 2028, that's 20 years. Okay? So that's why I believe after 20 years is that fourth turning ends and we go into the first turning, which is a time of prosperity. So how we position ourselves now over the next couple years is going to make and break everyone. Tristan, you look like you got something to say.
Yeah, I might just add a little bit to that, because if you look at the US debt, okay, it's like what, 38 trillion debt at the moment. I think most people don't even understand who that debt is owed to. And I'd probably suggest to everybody to go off and research that. Like even
we
if
owe
you
the
do...
Decepticons, man. We don't owe anybody technically. It's the same money moving around.
Yeah,
in a circle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like when you're talking about US treasuries and whatnot, you have the US buying back their own treasuries and paying interest on those treasuries, and who are they paying that interest to? Themselves. You know?
Exactly.
So people need to understand what 38 trillion of debt actually is when you do a deep dive into it, you know, and when you understand that, you know, the US doesn't actually owe anybody 38 trillion, that they're actually making money on the fact that that debt exists, you know. And people need to be educated about things like that to understand, you know, how money and the financial systems work. You know,
Black XXOR says GDP is debt. Exactly.
Yeah,
you know what?
Yeah.
Unemployment is GDP.
Yes.
Yeah, and like right now, every dollar that's in existence right now is debt. Like when I go to buy a milk up at Brahms, which you don't, or you go buy some at McDonald's, I go buy a hamburger at McDonald's. I'm buying a hamburger with debt that's backed by a bond. Like that is, it's debt. Every dollar that exists is debt.
Yeah, and when you're talking about precious metals and like gold and silver or copper or whatever, is actually there's a guy in the chat, Scotty Dog, really good guy to talk to.
Oh yeah, I love Scotty Dog. That's my boy. That's my dog right there.
Anything you want to know about precious metals, he's your man. But you know, like precious metals are a store of value, like gold, silver, whatnot. You know. So you're correct in what you're saying, you know, about transferring fiat currency into metals or coins or silver or copper or whatever it is, you know. I agree with that. And then, yeah, what you said about, trying to move towards owning assets and eventually they becoming digital real world assets on chain and whatnot. That's definitely good advice,
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
You know what? Everyone here, you're all here for financial reasons, right? Me, I'm here because I'm using your wallet to get your attention, that I am leading the resistance. And the resistance, the people that have change, coin money, the resistance will operate with coin money when everything is cashless.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in the resistance, you better have coins, because that's how we're going to transact. Your quarter, your penny, your nickel are going to be far more valuable than any paper dollar.
And that's shown to prove. I mean, that's a fact, because the quarter, like my great grandpa went to the gas station with the quarter and could get a gallon of gas in the 1950s. And here's the kicker: I can take that same quarter today that he spent back then. Now, I can't hand it to the lady at the pump, but I can take it up to somewhere pawn shop and exchange it and get $6 for it and buy 3 gallons of gas now, because what that piece of silver was back in 1958, that quarter that grandpa got a gallon of gas with, I can buy 3 gallons of gas today with it.
Exactly. And here's another thing is to understand, is that all metals will be going up in value, not just silver. And a lot of people, they're looking for 1964 earlier because they're 90% silver coins, right? The coins from the 70s, they've got silver in them, baby. It's not 90%, but it's still in there. And everyone is naive to the fact that those are still going to be very valuable. There is a large percentage of silver in those compared to what you make today. But even what you get today, it's got zinc in it. It's got copper in it. It's money. Zinc and copper are going up too, and they're going to be more valuable than the face value of the coins that are coming out right now.
I don't know.
Well, hold on a second. Tristan, what were you saying?
The utility of silver at the moment is what's driving the price of silver.
Absolutely. Silver is in everything. It's in medicine. It's in computers. It's in thermocouplers. It's in breakers. It's in everything we use. It's in chemtrails.
It's the biggest contributor to the utility of silver at the moment is the push on defense in worldwide, with the creation of like all these missiles and drones and bombs. Do you know that there's like nearly 500 ounces of silver alone in one missile?
Yeah. And you know what? I actually, in my Discord, I have videos and information on how to extract these precious metals and where to find them in everyday garbage for free right now. And I have videos on how to prospect for it as well. I have a silver mine. I'm going to begin prospecting. Like, why wouldn't I right now, right? Am I going to open a silver mine on a major scale? Absolutely not. I'll probably sell the land by that point. But in the meantime, I'm going to pull out a little bit of dust. Why not? I got time on my hands. I'll probably live stream it while I'm out there shaking the dirt with you guys. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the Green Hornet. Green Hornet, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for joining. Appreciate having you, brother.
Yeah, man. I was just sitting here listening to the panel here. Sounds like a great conversation. I'm just going to jump up and join in whenever I had an opportunity to, but I don't have that opportunity right now. I gotta answer my daughter's question, so
hey,
absolutely. I'm gonna back up.
Just wanted to give you a welcome since you came on the panel here where I had an opportunity to reset the room. Let me reset the room for a second, guys. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Ozthecryptogoat. And don't forget to click the link in my bio, join the Discord. There's a lot of information in there. We have a section that's called #knowledge, and it's nothing but audiobooks, how to navigate the legal system, the financial system. We have #survival skills that will teach you not only like tactical for playing Call of Duty or airsoft, how to dress wounds, things like that. We're doing a lot over there. So Jeff, definitely join the Discord. Elon Muff, I believe you had something to say, but I think you muted yourself.
Yeah, I noticed I stepped on someone and I respectfully stepped back. It was an accident.
No worries, man.
I didn't know if. I mean, I'm hoping you look. I'm hoping you could, if you don't want to do it right now, maybe another time. If you was to just possibly go to Grok and say, "What is Bretton Woods 3.0?" and
Grok. Don't
yeah,
come
or
on.
Grok or something else, you can do whatever.
This is an anti-AI show, but I'll tell you what, if Jesse is in the chat right now, I did have to lay Jesse off. So she's the fact checker for the show. I'm hoping to, now that we've boosted the show up and we're earning an income again, I'll continue to bring her on and pay her. If Jesse is in the chat, she is our fact checker. I don't like AI because AI will go down whatever rabbit hole you lead it into. So that's why we have a real human to fact check for us. But whatever you're talking about or whatever, man, I know you're in the Discord. Message me and I'll have Jesse look into it and then we can talk about it the next time.
Yeah, because like it was a Bretton Woods 1.0, and then in 1971 we become a Bretton Woods 2.0, and then what I'm speaking of is the Bretton Woods 3.0 society. Like we have literally been through a Bretton Woods 1, through a Bretton Woods 2 from 71 and up, and you could basically just ask the question, what is Bretton Woods 3.0 and how would that apply to crypto? And say, please deep dive it. Like, just give it a little just simple read and go, okay, this makes sense.
I'll look into it some more. I mean, I understand what happened in the 70s, and we kind of see that playing out again. Someone in the chat said Bretton Woods is done and over with, but I agree with you. We're having history doesn't repeat itself, it rhymes. So there's definitely some similarities happening right now. But for me, like, I see the big picture. I zoom out, right? And when I came to this realization that we were having a cashless society, I was working at, and this is why I keep these items back here. Everything back here has meaning. Everything that you see. So this is from the 2022 All-Star Game. I had this signed by Mike Trout. I worked the audio for the 2022 All-Star Game. That was the first time I had come into contact with basically the beta test of a cashless society. And if you go to any sporting game now, anything sports is 100% cashless. You cannot spend cash there. All right. Now, I had plenty of credit card money or excuse me, cash. I've always operated with cash. I didn't have any money in my bank account or in credit card, right? I couldn't buy anything. I actually bought this baseball prior to going to there and carried this around in my fanny pack for a week, waiting for an opportunity for somebody to sign it. And that's how I got it. I did not purchase that. All right. And I even have video of all of it going down. Anyway, in that moment, I wanted to get a hat, right? I'm a hat guy. I got a stack of hats, right? I wanted to get a hat and jersey and some stuff, right? I couldn't spend a dime there. I had plenty of money, couldn't buy anything. And I had this realization that the only place that I could spend money within a 10-block radius in LA, literally every storefront, everything went completely cashless. It was not just the All-Star Game. And mind you, the All-Star Game was not just at the field. It was downtown LA. A whole 10-block radius was completely closed off. And every business within that 10-block radius had to be cashless. And I was like, wow, they're beta testing this idea of no cash. Will people accept it? And people accepted it with open arms. I hated it. The only place that I could spend money were the Mexican hot dog vendors. was the only place I could get anything with cash. And that's when I had the realization that we were headed to this, because that's how they do it. They start with sports. Anyway, just a little story for you guys.
Can I just ask, Elon? So you're talking about the Bretton Woods 2.0. In what context?
Well, I mean, the Bretton Woods 2.0 started in 1971 when we became when our currency was no longer backed by gold. Now, if you go look what is Bretton Woods 3.0 and how it applies to crypto, just hop on, next time you got a minute, hop on an AI and ask that. Just read what it says.
Yeah, because I know there is mention in the Bretton Woods 2.0 in terms of tokenization and cryptocurrencies and so on, and real world assets and so on. What's different about the Bretton Woods 3.0? Just out of curiosity, I'm just asking the question.
Okay, so right now, are you in the States? Are you in the US?
No, I'm in Europe, in Ireland.
Okay. Okay, well, the United States is the reserve currency of the world, even though it's probably losing its status daily, but basically that has been the reserve currency for the last 50 years, ever since the UAE signed the treaty saying that they were going to, or not treaty, but signed the contract saying they were going to buy everything, all the oil in dollars, and it became the petrodollar. On our dollars used to say, this is backed by gold, this is backed by silver, whatever, silver certificates and whatnot. Now it just says this is legal tender. Okay, so currency is not backed by anything. At one point, they came through the United States and they told everyone, turn in your gold, turn in these precious metals, and we're going to give you these basically bonds, these dollars in exchange for it. And if you don't, then you're going to jail. That literally happened.
Okay, it wasn't necessarily jail. It was based on the fear-mongering idea that you could be stuck holding an asset that we're no longer going to buy back.
Yeah.
No, there was it was literally under fear of jailing. The fines would put someone so far back they would be slave to a system for the rest of their life, basically.
Yeah, a fine, not jail. It was never jail. So let's be factual here. Basically, it was under threatened arrest, coercion, the fact that if you're going to hold on to this gold, you could potentially not be able to spend it anywhere. No one will take it.
Yeah.
And this is your one opportunity to give it to us. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck holding the bag. Let's just, keep it factual here. You're not wrong, but you're also slight detail. I pay attention to detail here, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. Join the Discord link in my bio. The Discord is goated, ladies and gentlemen. And also, shout out to Bright Aesthetics. She says that Knott's Berry Farm is also cashless. That is correct. If you live in California and you need an esthetician, give Bright Aesthetics a follow. Great esthetician. Quality work. Keeps your skin glowing. No filters here, chat.
Okay, so, moment, just 1 second.
I want to interject something to Tristan there. Talking about backing of the dollar, what is it backed by now? We were backed by gold. Would you agree, or would you say it's backed by confidence? Like the global, the dollar backs everything. It's the reserve currency. It's essentially confidence in a nation, right? That's essentially what's backing your currency. I just wanted to interject that, and I'm going to listen. Do you guys agree with that?
To a point.
Our currency says it's not backed by anything anymore. There's nothing backing it.
Well, it's like a piece of paper is a piece of paper, but why don't people buy as much of China's piece of paper as they do ours? because there's more confidence in the way we operate. There's more confidence in our economy. There's more confidence in the U.S., right? So it's essentially confidence in it's essentially someone's word still. That's what it is, because I mean, that's the way I view it. That's the way I look at it. But I wanted to interject that. Just listen to your comments.
Yeah, and you're correct in saying that. Yeah, I would agree with your assessment on that.
Okay, so I want to go over the Executive Order 6102. Executive Order is not law. Okay, it is not a lawful order. It is a temporary emergency order. So just because something is written in pen, even Donald Trump signing a no CBDCs law, whatever, it's a temporary thing in place, and it can be overturned in court. So it was never actually had any validity or standing to it. It was a threat. There was never actually any form of basically imprisonment from this, just so you know.
Yeah, I think the moment a big threat to the dollar is, the BRICS being established, and there's a lot of, on the macroeconomic scale, political scale, and geopolitical scale, there's a lot of things happening at the moment that are putting a pressure on the dollar. I don't know. You could spend hours and hours talking about that,
Right. Honestly, yes, confidence is part of what drives the U.S. dollar, and we've lost a bit of confidence because Japan stopped buying treasuries, right, and bonds, right.
Well, let me
But
ask you
that's
something.
just
Let me
based off of.
interject.
Hold on. That's just based off of economy. The real value that the dollar is backed by is by oil, because we force countries to buy oil with the U.S. dollar. That's where it gets its confidence from. Go ahead, Green Hornet.
Well, I was going to say Japan sold off very little of their bonds. So when you look at what they sold off, it was minuscule. So
Well, they're not
that's
buying
something
them
that
anymore,
people,
is what I said. They're not buying any new bonds.
yeah, but they're still the largest or second largest holder in the world. They don't need to buy any more bonds. That's what this move to stable coins. I've been listening to you guys talk about that. The way I see everything, I've listened to the way everyone's views. This is my view and what I think is happening. Do you guys remember, if you're a student of history, you remember how the railroads would pay their workers in their own currency, right? Essentially, like back then, the big industrialized employers had their own currency. Essentially, they paid you in their currency. Because a lot of the times you worked, your life was with that employer. So essentially, it's a form of that with the stable coins. What I see is in the future, I believe every employer will have a stable coin. Every bank will have their own stable coin. And the rule is it's going to be backed by the rush. What is the rush right now? What's the true gold rush? What I think is happening is the backing of those stable coins. And so when you look at this administration, the rule is going to be one bond per one. If you're going to mint 500 million tokens, 500 million stable coins on Binance, then it's got to be backed 1-to-1. What does that do? That ensures that confidence. That also allows them to essentially pay off debt. If you look into fractional transactions, that's what everybody's going to. That's why you may have a bank and 3 companies that are involved in a transaction, and each one of them in the future will have their own stable coin, because as money flows through to complete that transaction, that's going to be instantaneous, but everyone garners a yield off of that. And that's what we're moving to. I would venture to say in the future, I don't know when, in the future, we're all going to have essentially, you're going to be able to see when you go and trade time for whatever value you create in your life. Like if you're an oil and gas worker like I am, You get paid every 2 weeks. I get paid every 2 weeks. I think in the future, you're going to see the time as you accrue it, you're going to see it in your wallet. I think that's essentially what we're going to have. That's what we're going to. So you'll get paid. There won't be a paycheck when you come and trade your time. You're going to be able to see it accrue by the minute.
It's in stream pay. That's like ZBCN and ADP work.
That is reality. That's what's happening now. And why are they going to do that? Because the infrastructure of the current way that we trade value in this world, whether it be gold, silver, paper, it's not efficient. Look, just think of the infrastructure of the banking system. They don't have to have all this money that's got to be shipped around from bank to bank. Shipping all the infrastructure of moving and running around goes away with digital currencies, and that's why they're going to it.
Hundreds of trillions of dollars in the Nostro Vostro accounts right now.
Is it about control? I think it's more about efficiency and them, like everything, making more money. That's what I think it's about.
I want to push back on that a little bit, real quick, if you don't mind. I think it's about control, because right now you're forced to save 2 weeks' pay, right? So when you get that paycheck, you've got a lump sum of money that now you can pay bills and actually have something. The average person, obviously most of us here, we're at least somewhat good with money because we've got something to invest. We're at least talking about it and thinking about investing. That's the first step, right? The average person does not invest, does not save, does not know how to manage money whatsoever. You will literally see the average person working themselves into deeper debt this way by getting paid instantaneously, because they'll say, man, I want a candy bar right now, but I don't got enough. I got 10 more minutes before I can buy a candy bar. They will spend their money up and it will be gone. And then they'll have to take out more debt in order to pay their bills and so on and so forth. And debt is what slavery is. It's a way to keep people from getting out of debt and getting them deeper into slave-like behavior.
I have multiple businesses, and it's
hold on. Let him respond real quick, Elon.
I completely agree with that. I don't disagree with what you're saying there. I almost think of, like, I have multiple views on what we're going. If I'm going to compartmentalize the conversation to what I think ultimately they're doing, I think we got to a point where it was too easy to move between the classes, and they said, you know what, we're not going to allow that. And they're essentially, the world is, the movement we have right now is for you to stay. It is a form of control. I agree with you 100%. You control the debt, you control people. What are you doing there on a larger scale? You're keeping people in the classes you want them in. You're making it harder. You're not saying they can't move between the classes, but classism fundamentally is where you make it hard to move between them. And I think that's essentially what we're doing. I relate it all to that movie, The Hunger Games, where you had all those districts, the worker districts. That's what we're moving into, and that's what it looks like, man. So I don't disagree with a lot of your view or anything. I just don't think that we'll be able to stop it. Essentially, like, for instance, you mentioned the currency will be gold and silver. I would argue, because of the lack of confidence going forward, if the world did collapse, essentially, the value would be bullets and knowledge.
Absolutely. I think bullets is a good form of currency in a state of collapse. However, in a state of collapse, you will not see me trading bullets whatsoever, because once they're gone, they're gone. All right. And obviously you can do reloads or whatever, but why would I give somebody the means to come and take from me? So the real currency is food and water in that situation, not bullets. You want to have bullets because, you know, it only takes one bullet to take all of somebody else's resources.
It'll be what you want, but you can't get it. So obviously food, water, you'll trade, you know what I mean? But yeah, I like a lot of what I like. I've not seen anyone on the app doing what you're doing here. This is pretty cool, man. I'm gonna give you a follow and join your Discord, man, or something, have more interactions. I've heard of Elon, and I know Tristan. I've seen him well. If you guys don't know who Tristan is, I don't know if y'all know his background, but he's an intelligent person and has a lot of information regarding trading. If you guys don't know who he is, so y'all should give him a follow as well.
Everyone follow everyone in the chat here. Give everyone a follow here. They're all great people. Down the rabbit hole on the bottom there, that's my other channel where we deep dive into more of this conspiracy stuff, whatever we go into, the Illuminati and the moon landing and whatnot. But in the Discord, and click the Discord link in my bio.